All right, what's everybody up to tonight? And let's have some issues already. It says we're having trouble. My microphone seems to be working, but my signal is terrible. Anyway, I sent the link out there. Wednesday night, ladies' night. Why not? Tennessee Red Runners at work. So, any ladies have a topic you want to talk about tonight? Let's talk about it. I will drop the link here. Hang on here a second. Hang on here. I knew I was running. I'm running behind. Always behind. Always behind. Let's get everything straightened up here. Hang on a sec here. Anyway, now I don't know what's going on there. Sure, Guardian. You could start off with a prayer. There we go. Up that. Anyway, what's everybody doing on this fine Wednesday afternoon? Still cold here. I think we're supposed to get some more snow. The sounds of things, it's going to be a big bunch of the United States gets it more snow coming. Crystal. Hi, Crystal. What are you up to?
Nothing. Just sitting here.
Just sitting there?
Y'all.
There we go. Hi, Guardian.
Hey.
How are you?
Hey, Crystal.
Let's go. There's D Humboldt coming in the house. Hi, Deanna.
Hello there. What's happening?
Not much. How are you?
Oh, good. Good today. Good. How are you?
I never did get your request on Cash app or Venmo, either one. I sent it the other way.
We'll deal with that. Oh, did you? I'm not worried about it. We'll deal.
Okay, well, I'll get it to you.
I know you will. I'm not worried about it.
Usually, you just type in put the contact, and it'll pop it right there. I wonder if it's tied to your email address. I'll try that tomorrow.
I don't know.
I didn't know either. But I've tried twice, but
yeah,
that don't mean how technically savvy I am.
How's your daughter doing?
Doing very well. She actually called in the other night. She's putting on some weight. Looks good. Got a good bunch of girls up there with her. They seem doing good.
Stable, righteous. Hi, Guardian.
They're trying to pull all their money and get them a beat up car so they don't have to walk.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Well, let's get their little donation up there, to tell her to. Well, we'll see. We'll see what they can hustle up, I guess, right?
Right. We got to make it. We can't do it for them.
No, not everything. Especially when people's in recovery. They got to feel a little bit of that want and hunger, and you don't want to give people everything. Sometimes you can't. I didn't do that for my kids, and I'm real glad I didn't. They're good ones.
Give them that responsibility of trying to get it on their own, which will make them feel a lot better about themselves.
Exactly right, Crystal. Yeah.
Anyway, Guardian wanted to open us with a prayer, so that's why she.
Right on. Oh, I'm so sorry I was rambling.
Okay. That's all right.
That's all right. Don't you think that'd be a good idea, Dee?
Yes, ma'am. It would be a wonderful
idea.
We
always end it with one. How about we start it with one and get it blessed right off the bat?
Yes.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, here we go, folks. Father, I bring this chat room to you right now. Travis is the owner of it. He has a lot of chatters in the room. He's got people on the panel. And I bring each and every one of them, Lord, right to the throne room. And we ask, Father God, that you open that portal above each and every one of us, and that you pour out your healing power, your blessings, your grace, mercy, peace, and all the other gifts, Lord, that you have for your people. And Father, there was a couple of special prayer requests the other night for Lori, who has a lot of family problems, a Jeannie C. Don't know what the issue is there, Lord, but you do, because you're the Alpha and the Omega. You know the beginning from the end. You know every hair on our head. You know all things, Lord. You have the power, but you've also bestowed a lot of that power on each and every one of us. So I ask, Father, that you would also instruct, give discernment, give wisdom to all and any who need it, to learn how to use those powers, how to stand in that power, and how to be able to walk with you daily the way that you did when you were here on this planet. Father, we bless the two-leggeds, the four-leggeds, we bless the children, all the senior citizens, all people who are hurting right now. And we ask, Lord, that you just bless each and every one. Let there be peace in this show tonight. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Praise God.
I think my butt's on fire. I feel like I'm going to barely get into heaven tonight.
That's the way it needs to be.
I just got off. Yeah, I just got off watching my preacher. I watched Greg Locke.
I was seeing he was on. I saw he was on talking about addictions, wasn't he?
Hey, Mama Liam.
Was he talking about addictions? We lost you, Crystal. Can't hear you. Did you mute yourself, or is she getting lost?
I don't know. Her signal just went down to the red again.
Oh, she's getting out. Yeah.
Yeah, she's having trouble. I don't know
How
what
you
it
been,
is.
Guardian? How you been? What's new with you?
Well, I'm a little upset at this point, but doing good. Yeah, my truck's broke down. The heater core's leaking in it, and I finally found a shop that will reroute the hoses to cut the heater core off.
Yeah.
And went to call AAA. Been paying for them people for 2 years to tow it. Well, I can't let them do it because they want to take the truck but not take me because of the you know what.
Oh, I'm so sick of that excuse. You know I'm sick of that excuse.
And that's what it is an excuse. So I'm still stuck here with no way of getting the truck down there because I'm not going to walk 10 miles to go and pick it up.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. You can't get help?
Nope.
Nobody to help you drive?
Nope. Oh, I don't have any problem driving. It's just a matter of getting the truck there. And apparently the leak is bad because I partially filled the coolant tank up. I left it about an inch below the full line. And the truck's just been sitting in the yard and it's gone. It's empty again.
Well, Jesus, you're the way maker. Make a way for our friend, please. In Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Can't figure it out then, sister. Sometimes
it's going to happen. You know, I ain't going to worry about it. It's going to happen.
You'll knock on some doors. You'll keep knocking, keep asking. You know, we don't sit and wait for it to fall in our lap.
That's right.
We can expect that there will be a way made for us, and we don't have to figure it out every second. If we're just in the worrying mode, that ain't going to help us. Maybe tomorrow it'll come. Something will come, you know.
Yep.
Maybe.
Every day that comes around is another opportunity.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that.
That's okay.
It'd be a drag. You have no backup vehicle?
No.
Yeah,
I was upset earlier, but I'm over it now.
Oh, good. Okay.
I'm back on track. I'm ready to set fire under anybody's behind.
Oh, really? Not me, right? Not me. Okay.
Not you.
Okay, good.
You don't need a little fire going?
Not today. No, yesterday was like a Job day. It felt like we had a situation. I didn't want to get into it with one of my maids. And she only worked for us for 2 weeks. And then it was just drama with her and another made. It was at my house. Another one left. We were having a meeting. And anyway, and in the middle of it all, after some of that drama, my daughter runs in. She's like, Mom, 2 dogs just went and killed so-and-so's chickens, my neighbor's chickens. So 2 of my shepherds killed a couple of my neighbor's chickens. And then it was going for my husband like that too at the office, where it was just like, okay, one more. Okay, what's next? Let's have another one. Woo, we're in it now. Let's go. It's a good thing we were not together because it was rough enough on the phone. It was it was intense. It was just like for an hour. You could just feel like the electricity in the air. You know what I mean? It was hot. It was hot. And I don't like my neighbors to be upset with me about my dogs. That's a crappy feeling. So they're not free the last couple days. And I'm not real happy with them, and they know it. But my husband took him up there. He was going to take him up. He took him up there to the chickens and walked him up there and kind of yelled at him a little bit. Told him no and walked him back down. But my neighbors were like, you better tie your dogs up. And that sucks. But I'm lucky they didn't shoot him, They had a right to. And I wouldn't have been mad at them. I would have been super bummed, but I couldn't blame them. So that's just the way it is, right?
Yeah, and those things happen sometimes. So hopefully at this point, everybody's got a chance or will take the opportunity to sit back, take a deep breath before they actually do something drastic.
Hi, Mrs. Dreamweaver. You're so sweet. You always bragging on our salve. And headache stuff.
Hey, I'm glad she threw that out there because I had a massive headache day before yesterday, and I did just exactly what you told me within minutes. Gone.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's doTERRA's. It's called Past Tense. They make that blend, and we make one like that. We add a couple little things to it, but it's Past Tense too. You got a bot in there.
Yeah, they got it. They got it.
Tiano.
That's not a lady. That's an ass. Hey, what's up?
Hey. I polished my horn and my nails. And curled my hair.
Oh, snap. Did you? Oh, man, you got on like a robot. What the hell happened to you?
I signaled
Silver Girl.
Silver Girl. I love you, Silver Girl.
Yep, her and Mama Lee and both are here. 2 good people. Great people.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful
what kind of
lady.
car or truck do you have?
What's up, David?
I said, what kind of car or truck does she have?
Oh, what kind of truck you got, Guardian?
It's a Toyota Tacoma pickup. Yeah, I mentioned it to you the other day on your chat.
Right. What I'm saying is that you could take pictures of the heater core. I think it's on the passenger side in a Toyota. Take pictures of it. We should be able to determine the hose. Either me or Travis should be able to go to the hardware store or the auto parts store and get a metal fitting that can go between those 2 hoses and 2 hose clamps. And you can pretty much kind of do it yourself. You're a little bit handy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I mean, Travis would know, and I would know what. I mean, it's either a 5/8 or bigger. It's either 5/8 or 1/2 inch. You just stick a metal pipe through there and stick a hose clamp on either end.
Model vehicles. On some of the older model vehicles that I used to have, I used to actually do a lot of the work on those myself. But all these newfangled ones, no, that's a new, total different thing.
Shalom to Bob. Is that who said that? White. Shalom. Rhino be pimping.
Just saying, it's like, that's an easy fix. It's like, I don't know. I mean,
I hear you.
I won't ride with it like that, but it's a relatively easy. It's less than a half
couple
an hour.
Screws. Couple screws or something. like that.
It's just 2 hose clamps and a piece of pipe that goes between the hoses.
That's called a hose
Well,
bar.
that is pretty damn
You can't
simple
use-
then.
Well, you can't use plastic because it'll melt.
Right.
You probably could do it, Guardian. You know, if they, I've had a friend help me do brakes on an old Volvo I had. You know, it's not that I just, it sounds foreign to me, any kind of auto job. I'm like, no, that's not my expertise.
If she can get a picture, it's on the passenger. It should be on the passenger side. Is usually where they stick them. If you can send that, it'd be a good help because there's 2 different sizes they use: 5/8 and 3/4. I think it is
5/8 and half.
right.
Those are probably half. I can look that up.
All right. Well, I got a couple more calls I'm gonna make tomorrow, and if that don't get me anywhere or nothing happens, then I'll do that.
I mean,
You don't have no
realistically,
mechanics?
all you're doing is taking two hose ends. You're sticking a metal piece of pipe through them and putting a hose clamp on each end so it don't leak, and you're done. Problem solved.
It says 5/8.
What type of channel is this? Bob White wants to know, Travis. It's Travis's channel. I'll let him tell you.
We'll just talk about anything. We're trying to raise money for local charities and people. We have a store up, but I'll drop the link for the store. But everything we sell goes back into the communities in some way or another. Love the avatar, Joy. But I want to help on a local basis.
It's a hodgepodge. It's like a box of
It
chocolate.
sure is.
What you usually say? Hi, Joy. How are you?
Hey, can you guys hear me?
We
I
can.
hear you.
Man.
Oh, hey, hi, Deanna. Hello, Guardian. I see we let a couple boys sneak up on the panel tonight. That's okay.
Mhm.
All is forgiven.
Well, that's all right. David said he was gonna put a dress on for us.
Yeah, and his nails is painted.
That's
And
okay.
your
I'm
name
just
should be different. David.
I'm just sitting here sipping some Pinot Noir out of a repurposed rhino horn, so I can handle it.
Oh, you're set to go then, girl.
Why did you have to take one of my
that's it.
brother's horns? Why?
It is a train wreck channel, Bob. That you should know from the beginning. Travis often ditches us.
Well, I want to give a shout out to Brandon for the avatar. Anybody who needs one for the wants to be on panel but is a little bit camera shy. He worked overtime on this one. This is the first version of it, so I want to thank him very much.
He's probably up there.
My daughter. Well, so Travis sent me a draft of it, and I showed it to my daughter, and she's like, "Do they know you?" And she's like, "That's kind of." She's like, "That's pretty good, especially for like a bunch of YouTube friends." So, well done.
Mrs. Dreamweaver, I wish we could hear that. We miss Mr. Dreamweaver and you. I'm glad you're here, and I could just hear you guys doing the Jenny and Forrest Gump bit. Jenny, run, Forrest, run. It'd be something like that.
Hey, Miss Kathy.
You guys are great.
What's the topic tonight, Travis?
What's that?
What's the topic tonight?
The topic? I don't know. It's ladies' night.
What is disgusting? Was there something disgusting said? Ludo said, "Come on, everything don't have to be." Maybe I missed something.
I don't know. I didn't.
There's always drama. There's always something. Always gets somebody triggered. You never know. In chat, I think there's a delay. So the chat we see on this restream is delayed. I think so. It's not.
Oh, is it?
I think we're missing something. So we're like 2 steps behind, something like that.
Well, I always am for sure. But once I catch up, look out, mofos. Look out. I might be behind sometimes, but when I catch up with you, you better run.
That's our that's our superpower.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you.
What if we do this? What if we let Travis and me talk for a few minutes about the program they got going to raise funds and for the charitable work. And then ladies, we'll take off from there and we'll go with however we want to go.
There you go.
But there's a lot of new people in the chat, maybe some that don't know what's going on, hasn't heard about it yet. So let's get the word out there every opportunity we get.
Oops. Yeah, so we've had a bunch of glass, dichloric glass donated to us, and we have it for sale on the website. Everything that we bring in will go back to go back into a charity on a local level. Maybe it's somebody in our communities, not necessarily local to us, but maybe local to y'all. Deanna's friend Sarah, we adopted her for Christmas and helped them have a better Christmas. But it wasn't me. It was the chat and all the people that donated and all the stuff. You know, it was.
You got $700 for a single mom with 5 kids, and but there's also direct donation for Miss Blue Moon. She's battling cancer. There's a couple different. Travis, you got your store. I know on day 16's got some ideas and things. David is doing other things, but Travis's website, The Search for Truth, is where everything is at there. So I like that people can get donated right to their causes too. It doesn't have to go in, that's a growing thing. So that's kind of cool.
And we just got to build my web page. I got a website too. Woo, woo.
For what? For what, David? What do you
your link in the chat?
No, I got to build it first. I mean, I have the domain name. I just got to build the website.
Rhino. Okay. Rhino what? I saw your show was on the other day.
Rhino
Is that
Nation
your channel?
Rhino Nation Gmail store. Woo.
Man, you're coming out the gate, a grifter. Coming right out the gate. Travis, can you move your face out?
The train, I popped off the caboose and I just stepped into the jungle.
There you are. Hi, beautiful. There you are.
There we go.
So much.
We already have refrigerator magnets designed. Woo, woo.
Well, all right, man. Yeah,
just what you want to see when you go into the refrigerator is a big, ugly picture of a rhino. Maybe you won't snack as much.
Yeah, that's just what I want to see.
And then I'm going to blame y'all every time I see my refrigerator and y'all make me hungry. Because y'all always talking about food.
Hey, I got some great recipes for Mrs. Dreamweaver last night. Blackberry gravy is going to be on the list soon.
Ooh.
I'm telling you what, we got to sit there on the couch and just stretch out and go into that food coma and woo, they'd be sticking a mirror under our nose, see if we're still breathing.
Maybe we could do a cookbook and sell it, and all the proceeds go to your charity, Travis.
That's a good idea.
Great idea.
There's another channel working on that too, related to Dangerous Freedom and Jeremy. They were doing canning. I've been wanting to get on and show. Do you use a bread maker, Joy, at all, or Guardian or Crystal? Do you guys ever use a bread maker?
No, I've got one, but haven't used it yet.
Who said
I used to use it whenever everybody was home and I was cooking for a crowd. Now it's just me, and I do use a pressure canner, and I do canning, and nothing big, but like locally, just a group of us, just a few, like there's like 5 of us, and we're all into gardening. And last year, none of us we didn't really do as much with our gardens as we wanted to. So we kind of divided the work up, and I have one friend she's got a great setup for starting seeds. I really don't. So we split the costs for everything. She's going to start the seeds for us for things that need to be early, and we're all going to kind of help each other out. And we have like a little mini challenge here just to push ourselves to do more canning and more preserving, just, for our fun, but also, maybe beat inflation. But that's just, just among friends, But
that's so great. That's a great way to start your community, getting together, working on prepping food. What I'm wondering is, do you live anywhere near a good forest where you could learn how to do foraging? Because I don't really forage much off my land at all, but I should be. And I don't use the word should a lot. I try to use could instead, but I should be foraging off my property. You know,
I know people who do it. Foraging for me is trying to find something in the refrigerator that's edible, or you know, there's probably a lot of edible weeds in my yard, especially last year.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but I actually have a friend. He's very into it, but I just don't
Yeah.
know. And I'm not really sure. I think he has a lot more property too. You know, I have a big yard,
Yeah.
but it's very densely populated here. So I actually have kind of a large yard. Nothing like you have, like an acreage or whatever. So that'll be for retirement, you know. But
Not right now, huh?
yeah, no, now's
Yeah.
not the time. Yeah.
I know. Yeah, when you have property, it's like that. Get a year plan, 5-year, 10-year. There's 6 people on here, so I'm going to be quiet for a little bit.
I wasn't planning to come on, but Travis pressured me because he wanted to see this avatar.
he?
So there it is. What do you think, Trav?
I like it.
Yeah.
It's cute.
I just need to go to the hairdresser because that's how I normally wear my hair.
It's a what's that called? It's a Patsy? No.
A bob?
Bob.
Yeah, bob.
Yeah, layered
I remember when
bob.
my daughter wanted that when she was like 12. She wanted that haircut. She loved, and she rocked it. They're cute. They're cute.
My hair's a lot longer because during COVID, it's just been a hassle to go anywhere really. But so now the kids, my daughter, even tonight, she said, "Well, I guess you're going to have to go and see Paula, your hairdresser, and match the avatar." So challenge is on. We'll see.
What? Really? No, you don't
Yeah.
have to do that.
Yeah.
I reject that notion. Too much of this meta life getting in already, you know?
You want to talk about ladies' night. So we were talking about New Year's resolutions, and I was thinking about things like you said, Deanna, like canning or doing my garden or whatever. And I asked the kids, you know, about New Year's resolutions, and oh, Mom, your resolution this year should be to wear false eyelashes. And I was like, really, that's the New
Ouch.
Year's resolution. Yeah.
That's mean.
So priorities, right?
Tell them their New Year's resolution is to be less shallow.
Yeah.
Ooh, but it's your
Yeah.
kids. You know.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You don't want to
Well, you know,
our good comebacks, you know.
well, they're always hardest on their moms. So you know what I mean? So like they've
They're
got,
always
if I need advice on anything, you know,
oh sure.
they're pretty good at
Oh,
giving
yeah.
it to me. So
Are they teenagers? Did you say?
they have 2 in college and one's a teenager. Yeah. I mean,
Oh,
she's
college.
yeah. She, you know, so
Hey,
pretty
Travis.
close to it.
Yes, ma'am.
Someone in chat, I hope I say the name right, Solavi, had a good idea too for putting a cookbook together, recipes from all the people that come in chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a great idea. I've got several of my own, believe it or not. I'm pretty good.
You know what? You could put a contact form on your website, and it would, and they could, and it could just be real easy. They just enter it. They could go to on day 16. She could put it together. I nominate her.
They could email them to me. They could email it to me. I
Well,
could
it
put
could be already set up where all of them go to you, and then they already put the recipe on there, their email and contact. You know what I mean? You can help build a contact form for anything. You know, you can build a contact form for anything, and so
I think you could put set the form up, and they could just all come to my email when they come in, and I could.
Well, when they hit send, if we put your email in the website as we build the form, they'll all just go there. Yeah.
Yeah, this would be a great fundraiser, and we have Travis. You have listeners from all over the country, so we probably get some good regional recipes and
even international.
I want Mrs. Dreamweaver's. I would pay for some of those Alabama cookings for sure. And Craig's in New Orleans down there. I want his cooking. I want his recipes.
Mississippi. The Dreamweavers
Well, I have
are
some good recipes.
And
I have
DC,
a
you
good
know so much
recipe.
about the organic and stuff. You could do information on that.
Well, I think Solavi also said I'm reading the chat, we could do it as an ebook, so you don't really have printing costs or whatever. You could just be a downloadable book. We could be an Amazon bestseller, Travis, with the numbers you're putting up on your channel. Just saying, you know.
I think it's a great idea.
It'd be fun too, because we would get different parts of the country have different ways different spy scenes and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, we could do family recipes. I mean, all kinds. There's a lot of ways you could go with it. So yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
and I got pictures
for that idea.
I got pictures for a long time. I used to do Rachel Ray's cooking shows. She had a show called 5 Meals in a Day on a Saturday, and I did this a couple times. I got a picture of my husband, and he's like this with his fork, and there's like 5 dishes in front of him, you know. And you make them on a Saturday, but then for the rest of the week, one of them is a vegetarian dish. You could always pick up a fresh piece of meat, you know, midweek, but they were about fully done. Just a little bit things you'd have to do. Life was good back then. When I had kids, I didn't want to spend every week cooking, but I did that a couple times.
I used to do that, like batch cooking, like on a Sunday, and I would just cook for the week because we were always on the go. And you know, now it's just me, so or my daughter is here. She's here like every other week, and you know, it's not the same as having a full house and, you know, all their friends and that kind of thing. You know, I was always cooking. So
yeah.
And baking. After the past 2 years, I need to eat like strictly vegetables, and I got to cut back on the carbs and sitting by the computer and eating junk. So that is a New Year's resolution. Every year though.
I'm just watching chat.
Okay, Travis, how many people can you put up on this platform?
6.
Just 6? Okay.
Yeah. Chris,
is anybody waiting?
Signal. No.
I actually I'm overdue with a thank you on here. I want to just thank the mods for last Saturday for the big super multi-channel extravaganza on Saturday night. The mods were working overtime, and it was a huge, I think, success for your channel, right, Travis? I mean, never saw numbers like that. But I know the chat was blowing up, and it was a big job. So I was doing double duty, but I want to thank everybody because I know that was a rough crowd. And so you guys did a great job, and it was a huge success. I think probably more to come like that.
Yeah, I think the mods in all chat rooms had their hands full doing that job.
Oh yeah, I could tell.
I don't know what's going on. I've got good signal. It's just throwing me back out.
You're still... What do you mean throwing you out?
Well, my signal just keeps going to crap.
Well, we still see you and hear you, so that's a good thing.
I'm gonna have to switch up.
Don't you try to wean her out here and disappear now.
Well, it is ladies' night. I don't, it is. I know you're the owner of this show, but it's ladies' night, so
it is ladies' night.
You might be like a subliminal
I'll be quiet. I'll be over here sitting minding my own business.
Well, look how much we accomplished in how long has the stream been on? We already got a cookbook project going. You see what happens when the ladies take charge? Stuff gets done. I'm just saying. We put our heads together. All of a sudden, things come together.
Okay, I got a question out there for all the ladies. We got all the prepping channels and stuff out there telling everybody stock up on food and supplies and all this kind of stuff. But I have never heard any of them say anything about preparations for childbirth.
That's because those people are older. We're all done having our kids. Most of them is.
Well, some of them are, but you know what? When that time comes, if it should come, I'm sure there's going to be some young ones in there too. and probably some of them well on their way. So
we have a lot of
anybody
midwives
have any ideas on that?
We have a lot of midwives in Humboldt County. I had midwives when I was pregnant. Most people have midwives. A lot of people in Humboldt County do home births, but yeah, we need to build our communities up with doctors and stuff, for sure, right?
Yeah,
sure.
and to get some of the midwives and what have you, there's home birthing centers and stuff here. And right now, with the excuse that keeps being used for everything around here, hospitals are also turning women away. They're not taking them in to deliver their babies. They're basically telling them they're on their own. Go find somebody else on the outside.
Because they don't have the thing?
Right.
Wow.
So what kind of a catastrophe is that going to turn into if all these women are pregnant, get ready to go to the hospital, and get turned away at the last minute?
Well, a lot of women will be resourceful, but it really does prey on the disabled.
Going to be messy.
It preys on the disabled and those that, like, what I have a gal who's calling me a lot. She doesn't have a computer. She doesn't have any smartphone, and she took the jab so she wouldn't have to. She can't breathe in the thing. She's got a low IQ. She's mentally disabled. They're taking advantage of people like this. That's what is so upsetting too. It's like, women in the olden days, look, you're going to find a doctor if you can, right? You're going to run down the street and see your partner is going to be screaming, she's having a baby. You know what I mean? Like they will find a doctor, but unless they can't. And who's the ones that can't? Those that don't have a car, the poor, the very poor, those with no family, those with a low IQ or mentally disabled. I mean, it's really outrageous.
Well, the fact that they're turning people away at the hospitals, if you don't have the jab already,
right,
can't get in unless you have it, can't get in to see a regular doctor. Silver Girl has that problem.
Right.
She can't get to a doctor because she's not taking it.
Love Pug, I had midwives, but I had to go. I was in the hospital and I had 2 C-sections too. It's very possible I would have died too. So I hear you. I'm just saying that, women have been doing childbirth since before hospitals, but yeah, a lot of them died. We know, we definitely realize that. That's a sad reality. That's for sure.
And as far as the jab goes, there's always going to be, if you have money, there are going to be concierge practices where people can kind of, do what they want. But if you live in the inner city and you're poor, you're going to be stuck with these hospitals. And there was a report just yesterday. It wasn't a childbirth thing, but it was somebody, I think they were having a heart issue, and the ambulance was actually diverted to another hospital because the hospital here would not take them because the patient had not had the jab.
Wow.
So it is definitely happening. And it's going to hurt the people who are most vulnerable. 100%. Because other people, there's always an option. If you have enough money, people will find a way. But if you don't have the resources, you're at the mercy of these policies. You're the first one.
That's true. And right now, it's going to leave a lot of people calling on the fire department or the police department and hope to God, they're able to deliver the baby or whatever. But that's definitely something I think needs to be thought of and considered too, is trying to get a few doctors or nurses in some of the communities that will start making house calls again if it comes down to that, just for that purpose, if nothing else.
I think you're starting to see some examples of that, but you're going to see more if this keeps up. And I don't know if you follow that. He's running for governor in Minnesota. Scott Jensen, you guys follow him? He's a physician, and he's been doing house calls during this whole sickness thing. And I hope he wins. And wins in Minnesota, but he talks about this kind of thing, and he's doing just that. He's going into people's homes because the hospital policies are so oppressive, and he has a whole different approach. And as a reward for what he's doing, they're going after his license and that sort of thing, of course.
Yeah.
So
right.
Yeah.
But that's where a lot of the doctors and nurses that's already been kicked out of their profession because they're refusing it need to come together and all of them work together and start doing this. They can't stop them all. And this planet is ours. I'm telling y'all now, this planet belongs to us. We are going to go back to natural law, whether anybody likes it, believes it, or not. It's going to go back to natural law. So they're only going to be able to continue stopping people for so long before all hell breaks loose. I'm done now.
I vote for Guardian for our leader.
Leader of what?
Or whatever. Going back, whatever. Because you talk sense. Where I live, it's in short supply here. Let's just put it that way. And I saw, I've been reading the news. Did you see in England, they're going to drop all the restrictions and the mandates and the face diapers and all that. And, I've said, every time, it seems like every time I'm on the show, it always goes back to the same topics, but you're seeing the narrative crumbling about the sickness. But, in places like where Deanna, being in California, and me, where I am, unfortunately, we're going to be kind of the last people to see everything finally go away. It's heading there, but it's going to take a long time. And some of the institutions in my state are just absolutely invested in this. So, the fight is a little bit
Well, I don't
tougher.
think it's going to take near as long as what you might think. I listen to somebody different than what most of y'all do. And I do believe that a lot of the reason that some of these countries are dropping all this craziness now is that the person I listen to has already sent notices out to all of them. They're either going to join the force to where they're working for and with humanity, or every penny of their funding that they used to receive all the time to run their little governments and all their shenanigans is cut off. And at this point, it's already been cut. If any wars get started, if anything else gets done by the elite bunch or the ones that think they're elite, they're going to have to pay for it out of their own pocket. The planet is ours. I'm telling you. We're taking it back. We've already took it back.
Well, that may be true for some parts, but the sad thing is, in Humboldt County, a lot of the people here, most people just, it's such a small population, so you can see very clearly how many businesses have complied with bullshit. And the schools got the kids running around with masks while they play basketball and soccer. And even my friends, good friends, Christian friends, last year I gave one of them paperwork to go fight the school, and one of my friends asked me to not do a stinky about it, and I was like, she got 4 kids in there, and her 17-year-old went there with all his civil right paperwork and told him he wanted exemptions. Christian school, they didn't care. They still made those kids.
Most schools, though, even Christian schools, just like the churches, if they're a 501(c), they're run by the government.
That's the problem.
And the only is, you're still going to see pockets where this kind of stuff is going to go on, but where my opinion used to be, we don't have that much of our military that's going to jump into the fight with us on our side. That is even changing. Now the word is finally starting to get out. They have been shown some evidence. They've been shown some proof. They're finding out that things are changing, and a lot of them now has switched and has come to our side.
What's the biggest?
You're going to have some of the elite. You're going to have some of the military still. You're going to have some states, especially the Democratic run ones, that are going to hold out no matter what they're being threatened. So they're going to sit there and eventually go broke, every one of them. Then they're not going to have any option. Their options are basically already gone at this point.
Well, they're chemtrailing the shit out of my neighborhood still. I mean, it was massive last night. It's like we're coughing and coughing. I don't know what the shit they're spraying on us, but my husband and I'm not one for that. I just never have been, but I've been looking at the skies all my life. I'm not an idiot. You know?
I've got a friend in Washington that said they can feel it when the planes go over. You can actually feel it touching their skin.
I see them. I see the strands all over. They're not spider webs sometimes, you know. They look like spider webs, but they're not. It's just sad because some days I feel really strong, and some days I feel like, man, they're trying to kill us at every turn, and they are. But I know God wins, but we're going to suffer. We're suffering now. I'm suffering. California's suffering. We all know people that have died. We all know people that are going to die. This is one of the, you know, it's surreal. It's surreal.
It is. But at the same time, you got to keep that hope in the back of your mind. No matter what happens, you got to keep the hope.
Yeah.
Because having that hope and that little bit of faith, the size of a mustard seed, even if that's all you have, is what's going to get us through this.
And it's not hoping that the things are going to get better. You know, it's just hoping, knowing that one day they will. You know, I don't know when. We don't know when. People in their dates.
No, I don't believe in the date thing. I think all of that is bullcrap because there's been too many of them come and gone and nothing's happened.
Oh shit!
So
I feel like we're in kind of we're moving into, or at least I am, kind of assessing the damage phase of things to some degree. Today I was in the grocery store and I ran into 3 people that I hadn't seen probably all during, I don't think during the whole, since March of probably before March of 2020, and catching up and asking them how they were doing, how they were holding up. And even so with them and with some of the people that I interact with regularly and family and some extended family, people are realizing what we've lost 2 years of our lives with this whole situation. People have lost businesses. I lost my business. I mean, I'm not going to reopen it here. I've got to pivot. I literally, this is what I've been doing for the past week or so, is making decisions about that. How I'm going to kind of bridge the gap until I can actually move where I'm going to kind of settle permanently. People are getting rehired or that they got new jobs after being out of work for a while. We've all lost an awful lot. Our kids have been traumatized for the past 2 years, and we're looking around, and it's almost like a readjustment period. I feel like people are looking around and saying, you know, was it all worth it? You know, and 2 years of your life, and if you start thinking about the implications of that, and they're big, and it's almost like too big to think about, and it's, you know, some days I feel angry about it, some days I feel sad about it, some days I feel hopeful, some days I just want to like crawl under the covers and not deal with it. So I think we're all kind of going through it in our own way, and I don't know. Even as the narrative shifts on the virus, I think we're also moving into kind of an unsettled period where we're sort of trying to get our bearings again, and really thinking about what was done and how we all responded and how we interacted for these past 24 months, and doing some soul searching about it. At least I feel that way.
Well, I agree. A lot of things did go bad as far as a lot of small businesses losing out and closing up because of it. But at the same time, there was also a lot of those same people that lost a business that started a home business. So that was a good thing. Of course, I know all of them haven't done it. We've still got some states apparently that are still paying out unemployment, where the people were making more in the unemployment than what they were making on their job. So they all have the opinion, well, why should I go back to work when I'm getting more money this way? Those are the ones that are a drain on society. Homeschooling has now become a big thing where people are pulling their kids out of the public schools, which I think is a blessing.
Because yeah, that's one of the big silver linings.
With.
Yeah, that is one of the if you're going to look for silver linings in the whole situation, the move toward homeschooling and parents waking up about the value of that and what has been going on in public school, and not just public schools, private schools as well. That's a big bonus. And I have friends who've been homeschooling their children for years, and they're like, you know what? In a way, we've been waiting for this. We've been waiting for people to understand it, and so I agree.
Well, that's just it. I mean, it's put most people back into a position where we have to depend on each other. We have to depend on our little groups or whatever it is that we might happen to be in. Because I do think for it to get better, a lot more people will have to come to that realization and start working together. That's why I said all the doctors and nurses that were fired, they can start coming to people's homes and treating people and getting paid cash out of the pocket, instead of having to wait on Medicare or some insurance company, because the insurance companies are going to go bankrupt also. So it's not going to be long before nobody's going to really have insurance either, because they're going to quit paying out. So it's affected so many things in the country already over the past 2 years that this has been going on, to where a lot more doors have been opened. People are finally starting to see it and take advantage of it. And some have even gone far enough to start putting it into effect now, to where they're changing their entire lives and going back to a more old-fashioned way, so to speak, the way it used to be. People looking out for people.
I think you're going to see more people open businesses that like family businesses, which is how I was raised.
Yes.
Families working together, because people, my kids are, in college, but kind of started like entering the workforce in their own way, and seeing how brutal corporate life is, and how, corporations they don't care about you. Okay. In the way that, if you're working, for like a family business or, something like that, or working for, friends that have a business, that kind of local thing. And I think people are starting to see the value of it. My own kids are starting to talk, about before the virus, they would say, I want to go to school out in California. I want to like live far away, go overseas to study. I didn't have, and I always thought, okay, I'm going to miss them. It's kind of sad, but they saw what happened in the past 2 years, and all of a sudden they're saying things like, well, Mom, where are you going to end up? Because maybe, we'll go to school, like maybe we'll all end up in the same part of the country. So people are looking at their families differently. A lot of things. I know in the past 2 years, I really found out who my friends are, people who I could really count on, and people who were, best friends before COVID, and I haven't seen in 2 years. So, I think those are the kind of life experiences that are, they have good and bad, but it's definitely been a transformative thing.
Yes, it is. Deanna, you're on call, hon.
She stepped away for a second.
Okay.
I just caught that before I got distracted.
What? I'm on call. What does that mean?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Read the screen.
I didn't get a chance to answer that question that was in chat, but
Uh,
I don't want to launch into politics. We're having this conversation, but whoever that was in chat, I made a note of it, and I'll get back to it when we have time.
Oh, about the Supreme Court?
Yeah, about the documents, the Trump documents, SCOTUS ruled.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave here.
That was actually
Okay, what's
simply
going on with her dog? You know what? There's some, oh, baby is breech. Oh no, Lord. Okay, Jesus, we pray you would just turn that baby even right now. God, be with the doctors, be with that mama. Please do a way for her, Lord. Please make a way for that baby. Just calm all the restless hearts, calm the heartbeat of mama and baby, and just help this to just go in a different direction, Lord. Help this to turn and help that beautiful baby come in the world with no problems. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Amen. Travis, we're probably close to the same age. David, I think, is probably a lot younger than I am. But think back to the days when you used to be able to walk downtown in almost any town, and you seen shops where shoes were repaired, small appliances were repaired. Those are all the type of things that we used to have years ago that I think is going to come back again.
I hope.
And I really think the hardest lesson is going to be for the kids that's got used to mama and daddy running out there and buying all the top name brand clothes and shoes and all that kind of stuff. They're going to find out they're going to have to start wearing hand-me-downs and stuff like that again, like it used to be, or learn how to repair things themselves. But I do think a lot of those old practices are going to come back.
Some places they never left, like I definitely experienced a lot of culture shock moving into Humboldt County from Chicago. It's a very different, you do have people that live in the backwoods with very little, and they're very happy, and they know how to make something from nothing. They hunt all their own meat. I know a family that you can hunt something just about every season here. It's duck, it's bear, it's deer, it's fishing, it's crab, it's is always something. Abalone. And so I don't know. There's a lot of people that they've been doing it that way, a lot of hunters here, a lot of fishermen here. So it's interesting.
Yeah, but everybody's got kind of laid back too and kind of taking it for granted with all the stores that's up there and all the big shops and big places like Walmart and Target and all that kind of stuff. It's so easy. You tear up a pair of shoes, just run in there and buy another pair of cheap.
Exactly.
Again, they don't last any time at all. So I do think if we go back to some of the older ways to where things get repaired now instead of running out to the store to buy a new pair, they learn to take a little bit better care of it, number one.
Yeah, imagine it's like Mad Max time, and people ain't got no shoes, and they're making their own shoes with stuff. Can you imagine the kind of shoes we're gonna be seeing?
Well, I don't think it'll get that bad, Dee.
What?
I mean, it might, it could, but I really don't think it's going to get that bad.
Okay. Well, I see it here.
Yeah, but I see stuff costs more than to get new.
We already have homeless people that make their own shoes, like or they walk barefoot, or they
Well, and I'll tell you something else about the homeless I've noticed here lately. Walmart used to have these I'm not sure who they were put out there by, what company or outfit it is, but it was a big dump bins where people could put used clothing and that kind of stuff in them. A lot of the Walmarts has now removed those because some of the homeless people were going into them in the wintertime looking for jackets and stuff like that. So that's creating another problem now for the homeless. And there's a lot of them I know when it gets cold weather and stuff, they try to go to the stores, and a lot of the stores are baling their cardboard. They get the cardboard to wrap up in because it helps to keep them warm. But hopefully homelessness will be another thing that will be stopped too in the near future. I pray it is anyway. Nobody should be homeless in this country. Nobody should be hungry in this country. Nobody should have to be doing without medical care if it's something really needed. Now, I'm discounting all them that run out there for, plastic surgery because they want to look better or look younger or whatever. That's vanity to me. That we can do.
I don't care. I don't even care. Like, we all waste our money. Everyone has that prerogative. Waste your money how you want. Do what you want with your body. But please help your homeless community. Please just help your homeless community. It's not that hard. If I had a lot of money and when I can get it together to do it, I'm going to highlight, there was a couple college students that created these backpacks, tents. They're tents that'll keep them warm and dry in freezing, raining conditions. Okay. And then it folds up and it becomes a backpack. Yeah. It's lightweight. It's very, well thought out. It's got everything.
I seen that. And did you see the styrofoam thing that some guy had developed and built and what have you? It folds and collapses down to where it's small enough they can carry that with them anywhere. Just pop it back out, put it all back, snap it back together.
Oh, no way. It's like a little house or something, or sleeping space. Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like a tent, but it's made out of, I guess, the styrofoam type stuff because it all folds together and opens up to where it's well insulated to where they can go inside of that and stay warm. So you got the little door on it that they can shut and everything. It's cool looking. A lot of people have come up with some fantastic ideas.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of getting it out there to the people that need it.
I interviewed a guy a couple of days ago. He's that shepherd guy. He's been roaming for 10 years up in Oregon. And he has if you have ever seen a shepherd's wagon, his is like a pretty modest one, to say the least. But you can look up his website. It's 123 capital H homefree.com. And you'll see what he's into. He's been self-sufficient. His little wagon is perfect for homeless people. He's got everything. But a lot of these people, it just really depends what can they handle. Some people don't want anything. I've gone up to this one person, and many people have in town, and she doesn't want your help. She'll sit there on the bench with a tarp over her in the pouring rain. And many people tried to get her out of the rain, give her food. I don't know what happened to her, but it's a sad state, what we've done to human beings to, let them be.
Sounds like she has a trust issue with people.
Oh, yeah, you bet. Oh, it's sad. We got a lot of homeless in Humboldt County. California is a mess. You've seen San Francisco. That's up here. My town is 5 hours north of San Francisco. It's a miniature Pelosi hood. They took it over. They found us out.
That's a shame.
They found us out and they infiltrated us. And I know there'll be a shift, but it's going to take a while for us because a lot of people just don't.
See, and that's another thing that upsets me because all these homeless people, look how many military bases closed up. Base housing and stuff that's closed up. They could be.
Yeah, but did they really close up? That's the thing. Did they really close up, or what was they doing there? That's the only thing that does make sense. Because I know but the reason I'm here is because my husband's cousin was in the military. He was in the Air Force in McClellan Air Force Base down somewhere around Palo Alto. Because I remember I flew into San Jose, and then they shut that down a couple years later. But it's like this giant base, and they still do stuff there. What are they doing? What are they doing on those empty bases?
What was the name of that website? Deanna, that you were talking about, the 123 little house thing?
123 Home Free. Oh, Little House? Oh,
Home
the Shepherd's
Free?
Way. Yeah, 123homefree.com.
Okay.
And
I'll drop that
some
in the chat.
somebody shared a picture on his website, and I think he shared it on that website too, of an old school one from, like, it looked like it was from the late 1800s or early 1900s. All right, you pain in the butt. Sorry. Everything's a problem. But yeah, I follow a bunch of tiny house YouTube stuff.
Well, and that's another thing that needs to be done too. People need to get up and start fighting for tiny homes to be allowed in their area, regardless of what the zoning regulations are and that kind of stuff. Because a lot of homeless people could be putting those also, just start up a regular tiny home community for them.
Mm-hmm. We have one here.
Yeah, that's another reason to get involved locally, right? Because the zoning regulations, those are done at your local, your town level. That's actually a really good point, Guardian, because if you get the right people elected, you can start making those changes because they're necessary. Like doing tiny homes here, it's the zoning is so restrictive. You can barely do anything on the house you own, much less have like tiny homes or tiny home communities. So.
Yeah, they have one here. There's an organization here, and I'm very little involved in them, but I found them out. Somebody stole one of the tiny houses, and they're right. They build them right below my property because we're at 2,000 feet, and they're right down below. And so they build these nice, modest, units. They're not like my mom's in a. The trailer was a 7x24, but she has a loft and a full on, senior pad. We built my mom a tiny house. It's pretty great, but that's over the top for homeless, right? That they need something more like a shepherd's wagon or just a simple. So anyway, someone hitched up their thing. So that's how I learned about them, though. And then it was recovered, thankfully. And then they were able to get some funds for that. And so they donate them. They build them. People go there and work on it or give money, and then they donate it to the community. But I don't know where they're going, or who picks it. Unfortunately, we have someone in Humboldt County, Betty Chin Kwan. She's a wonderful lady, but she sold out with the vid. She had a bunch of units right by the welfare office with containers, and it's fenced off. And she's really good, but anyway, she sold out for that jab, man. She had him at her clinic. I went there and I did a video there and asked for paperwork, and the guy came out with a QR reader for each one. For each one they were offering, you had to have a smartphone to know what was in it then. How you like that?
Wow.
Unbelievable.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, and that's like all the government housing and stuff. How much money does the government put out on those? And then they put so many restrictions on it to where a lot of the homeless people, even when they have an opportunity to go into one of those, they won't do it because of all the restrictions. And a lot of those people have a lot of mental issues, health issues, and everything else. They need to have people on staff to take care of those things along with the housing, but they don't. It's like they think, no, as long as we put a roof over their head, we're doing all we need to do.
Right.
That's our government for you.
I know. Well,
that's why all of these things need to be done by individual people, run by individual people from the community, either people that's been out there and worked with the homeless before, or at least know something about it, to get involved with them and make sure that if they have the housing, get them the other help that they need also.
It's very dangerous.
alcoholism
dangerous.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Here it's meth. Okay, it's meth. So, it's stabbings and shootings and stranglings and body parts. It's, Humboldt County, Murder Mountain. It was very annoying when it first came out, but that's everywhere. Any town has a meth problem. That's what you're going to see, stuff like that.
Yeah. And that's something that's all over.
It's not the pot is the problem. It's the meth. But that's another story.
Well, there's a lot of issues out there, but I still believe that, if everybody could quit the fighting, quit the squabbling, get over all the differences and stuff, like Travis says, find the things that you can agree on, and get little groups if it has to be 5 or 6 people. It don't have to be a big, humongous group. A handful of people can work miracles if given the opportunity. And so much of this stuff, I think individual outside people, not damn politicians, can do it a whole lot better than any government-run outfit can. The government needs to stay out of it, period.
Tell you what, Jesus had 12, and he could have picked, thousands to hang out. So I'm not impressed with large subs and channels. I know that might be some people's goals. And I told you, don't you forget about me, little man with your big head. If you get a big sub list, I could care less. It's how effective will you be?
I'm waiting for the day where he stops taking my calls. It's probably I think it's coming soon, actually. But
he takes everyone's calls.
Never he does.
My calls.
He does, but he's he's going super, like he's going exponential growth. So at one point I'm gonna be talking to the voicemail. I'm never gonna hear anything again.
No, some of these guys on these channels love to be mommied. I ain't got time for that. You want to mommy him, go ahead. I'll help him with his website. You can run his channel, do whatever you want. We got the same idea for community building and charities, and it done. All the channels. If you want to be
there's a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
There's a lot of work to do, and everybody's got a piece.
Yeah. It is. It's a big puzzle. And we're all different. We all have different talents, and you got to lower those expectations, Guardian. We're never all going to get along.
Well, I know everybody's not going to, but I mean, even if it has to be a select few, like I said, a handful, half a dozen people, surely we can find at least that many that could work together on a plan to accomplish some of these things.
Well, we should take on a vet program in a town that needs one. Our town got a great vet building, and our vets hall got reworked over. Beautiful during, about 3 years ago or so, right? And so there's always more to do, but I wonder, if there's somebody's town that didn't get something like that done, because I couldn't even tell you how many that housed. It was a big building. And there's always more to be done. But, if somebody, the thing is that's great is somebody's already doing it. So, like, there's a guy in Humboldt County who's already got a website. I'll be using his website. I think it's called, it's a tricky name for me to remember. Rhapsodicglobal.com, I think it is. But he connects small businesses and charities, RHAPSO, Sodic, DIC, Rhapsodic, Global, and it had a capital G.com. I don't think that matters. Anyway, he connects Humboldt County small businesses. He's got an acupuncturist on there. He's got a couple things on there, but I asked about charity, and he's into that too. So that's what we need. Each community needs to have like a bulletin board that's a virtual bulletin board, Joy, Guardian. Did we lose Crystal? Did Crystal leave? Crystal bounce? Did she take a bite?
Deanna, what you said a bulletin board, but where on his webpage?
Like each community needs that. I found, well, yeah, Travis kind of has that. Only Miss Blue Moon is on it as far as the charity goes, and donations for his show and store. Right.
Oh, right, on the website. Yep.
I mean, but each community needs to have our local co-op used to have a bulletin board. It's still out there actually, and it's like a little gazebo thing, and it's behind glass because they put it out once a week, and people write on it, for apartments and jobs and whatever, and that's how newcomers that would come into Humboldt County would find word of mouth things. This is before Craigslist, but this thing is still going.
Now, our health food store here used to have one like that up right inside the doors to their place. But you guess what, Deanna? Every health food store in this town has closed up.
Yeah.
Every one of them.
Wow.
There were 3 of them at the last count when I was still going out and able to get to them and stuff. There were still 3. All 3 of them had now closed down.
Wow.
And they used to put out a book every year that had a list of naturopaths, allopaths, acupuncturists, all the different alternative type doctors and what have you that would come out in that book every year. So that
that's gotta hurt. I'd be missing them. Yeah.
It does.
Yeah, I miss mine. I don't go into mine. They were the most discriminatory in Humboldt was the health food stores here. It was ridiculous. They'll never get a penny from me again, but I don't want to put them out of business either. It's a tough thing. I haven't filed one affidavit against a small business in Humboldt County. I will against the administration and the people that don't have an oath, I will, but it's just hard for me. I'm a mom and pop. I've been one for 26 years. I can't, even though some of them did me real dirty. I don't want to, I know I wouldn't put them out of business, and I probably should, but there are so many other fights I'm in.
Yeah, I know you got your hands full. Mama Liam, that's a great idea. Come to think of it, there was, I think it was last year sometime during the wintertime when I seen stuff popping up on YouTube and Twitter and all the other sites and what have you, where in the wintertime, people were actually taking their used jackets that they didn't wear anymore, or their kids had outgrown, or even the adults that had grown, or they got new ones. So they would take the other ones out on the streets and use the sleeves of the coats and stuff if they were big enough and just tie them around a telephone pole or something, put a free sign on it for the homeless or whoever needed one. That's something that could be done in every town.
Yeah. There's a lot of homeless love here in Humboldt County. There's a lot of people that are aware that it's a tough place. People get stranded, people get in transition. There's a lot of students. There's a lot of seniors. It's bad. It's really bad to see your town go through decimation from the vid.
Yeah.
And just ridiculousness. Yeah. Well, listen, I'm going to go, you guys. I loved hanging out with you very much and talking about all the things us ladies and Rhino Head over here.
We solved a lot of problems, like I said, in a short time. So it was good to see you.
Do I have a pitchfork? I should have a pitchfork. I don't have a store. I'm just a mom and pop cleaning company, but I don't do retail. We labor. Our service is customer service. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. Love you guys. Love to see you all very much. So good night.
Good night. Sorry I wasn't there. The phone rang. I had to answer the phone.
Oh, well, I'll be listening. I'll see you. Bye.
All right, bye.
Like I said, your celebrity status is going up. It's on the rise. Pretty soon you're not going to have time to even do your show.
Well, we got to thank Deanna for that because she mentioned it's the only reason I got the phone call. They just wanted to see if I would really answer the phone. Somebody calls you out and then the phone rings and you don't answer it. Really? Yeah.
Right.
Very rarely will I not answer the phone. Very rarely.
I want to see if we can get any first-time panelists to come up out of chat who are shy that will come up, want to chat. We're a friendly audience. I mean, we're a friendly panel.
Come on up, ladies.
Come on up.
Ladies. David, you got your wig on and your horn?
Got my horn polished. Got my hair curled. On day 16 bites. On day 16 bites. I'm telling you right now, she bites. She sounds all nice, but she bites.
I'm the grift whisperer.
We already got a shirt made for that. Already got a shirt made for that.
I want to maybe. Well, I don't know if it's ready for its world premiere, but Travis texted it to me today, so I have my own line of merch. That's amazing. I didn't have to do anything.
You had your own shirt made the other day.
Yeah.
I've got. Yeah, I saw that. I'm gonna have more than one.
That's a good idea too. Sissy K. She says after her aunt passed away last year, she was given almost all of her clothes. So she went through it all and kept some, washed up the dress clothes, and gave them to a battered women's shelter. And that's another thing. A lot of people think, okay, donate women's clothes, but they don't stop to think how many kids come to those shelters with the women.
Right.
So they need kids' things too.
Yep.
Well, gee, if the IRS had you ever kept any of that money in the United States, I don't think we'd have to worry about any of these problems.
That's a true fact.
Well, I think if we had a decent government for the people, run by the people,
well,
we
see,
wouldn't have the
people
problem.
throw out these big terms, just like the 1.9 million or billion-dollar bill that they passed. If you gave that money, it stayed in this country, that would be $3 million for every man, woman, and child in this country. So, let's see. I think that could take care of pretty much most of the problems in this country real damn quick. Just like the money that supposedly went for something else and went to all these other countries. The amount of money that they've killed and wasted in just the last 10 to 15 years, not mentioned in the last 50 years, is staggering. There should not be a hungry, homeless, any kind of person in the United States at all.
I agree. In fact, there shouldn't be any on the planet. But you have to understand, David, it's not just the government here that's corrupt. It's the government all across the planet in every country there is. They've all had their hands in the pockets of the people. But those are still a lot of the things that I think is going to change. Now that the government funding has been cut off, they ain't going to keep getting that money to do all this crap they've been doing. They're going to have to fold. It's just a matter of time at this point.
Well, we shall see on that one.
Yep, we will. We'll see it.
New.
Because I think by the time this is over, I'm sorry, Travis, go ahead.
I'm just telling the ladies, don't be shy.
You mean OD16 is silent?
I was waiting for a. I was waiting for a silver girl to call in.
Ah. She may. You never know.
She'd be a good co-host for you, Travis. So would Guardian.
Silver Girl, she's a nice lady. Really love her.
They both could be. You could have. Yeah, I mean, they're great co-hosts. They've done their homework.
Right.
No, I don't think Travis wants me as no co-host.
Travis is tired of me emailing him.
Well, you know what? Another issue I have, I go to several different chat rooms, and a lot of times I'll just stay in the chat and listen. And if you do that, you'll find out most every chat room out there is all talking about the same thing.
Yes.
Every night, it's the same stuff over and over. This is the only chat room I have found to where just anybody can come up on here and speak their piece, say whatever's on their mind. They're listened to, and whether it's booed or awed or whatever, you still got a chance to get your ideas out and get your thoughts out. And this is the only platform that I have found that allows that. That's one reason why I keep coming back to it. And I know I probably get on Travis's nerves sometimes.
Oh, no.
Oh, we all get on Travis's nerves. I mean, we all get on his nerves. 100%.
You still gotta love me no matter what, honey.
I very rarely let anybody get on my nerves.
That's true. But I think this is the best platform out there. But what I have noticed on most of the other ones, when I said that they all talk about the same stuff night after night, it's like everybody is reading from the same book. They're listening to the same people, the same stuff day in and day out. It's like they have closed their minds to any new ideas. They will not open that door even a crack to let a different thought come in, a different way of looking at things, a different perspective on it, or nothing. They've got tunnel vision. It's like a horse with a set of blinders on. They see what's straight in front of them and nothing else.
Yep. Hi, Love Bug. How are you?
Hello, I'm doing good. How's everybody?
Oh,
Good.
tired.
Welcome.
I just want to say that as far as veterans, most of them, I don't know how to put it, but they don't want help. So you need like counselors, other veterans that have turned into like mentors for them, to reach them to go to a place, a warm place, and where they can stay. And
the homeless people.
Right. Some homeless people are like that.
Well, and some of the homeless are our veterans.
Right. True.
But you have to understand, with our veterans, even the VA hospitals treat our veterans like crap.
Yes, they do.
They get some of the poorest medical care that there is.
That's why I won't go to one.
That upsets me to no end, to know that these men, young boys even, some of them just barely of legal age, they're still boys in a lot of terms. Sent to war, they're big enough to hold a gun. They're big enough to go out there, according to our government, and start shooting at other people. All wars are banker wars. So all these wars, in my opinion, have been for nothing except to make the elite richer. And in return, what do they do to our veterans when they come back? They give them half-assed care in the VA, pump them up full of a bunch of medications that most times they don't need. They do need psychological care to deal with the PTSD that they're coming back with, and such as that. And my thought on that is there are a lot of veterans already out there that were able to get decent help to learn how to deal with the PTSD and other issues that they have. If nothing else, a talking group for nothing but the veterans to get together and talk about the things that they don't want to discuss with their wives and their girlfriends and all that kind of stuff. And most of them don't want to talk to it because they think the things they've seen and did were so horrible. They don't want to dump it on their families.
Right.
So if a group of veterans got together and just started support groups, it would be a fantastic thing, and keep it out of the government's hands altogether.
Right. I did see a video, I think it was on YouTube, but I could be wrong, where a group of people, and I think one of them was a vet, built tiny houses, and they made a tiny house community in one town. And the veterans can live in those. And they were interviewing one of the vets that moved into one of them tiny houses, and he absolutely loved it.
Right. And granted, there are some homeless people out there, veteran or not, they want to stay out there on the street. That has been their life for so long, they cannot see themselves adjusting to actually living inside of a place. I've dealt with one of them personally here. So I know that's a fact. You've got some that's out there that has just got out of the world system because they're tired and fed up with it. And they think a homeless life is better than going back in and working for the system again. And then you've got those that are out there, and I think it's the counties and the government's fault, that have mental issues, medical issues. They've created this program, for Social Security and SSDI, which is supposed to help with all the disabilities. And they think, well, as long as we give them a check, they'll be happy. No.
And the checks ain't big enough.
No, they're not.
They're
not big enough. But there needs to be other programs to go along with it. Don't just give them a little bit of money. Give them the health care, get them the mental health care, and all the other things that they may need depending on what their issues are. It's more broad-based than what our government has the brains to think of.
Right. And what you guys are saying about the mental health stuff, they closed down in Ohio back in the late 90s, the mental health institutions. And I was a corrections officer at the time when they closed them down. And you should have seen the people that you could tell they were institutionalized when they got just kicked out of there. They all hit the streets. And when it started getting colder, they would act up so that they had a warm place to stay and something to eat. And it's pretty sad. And one day, and I happened to be working, a female came in. And I could tell she, was a little slow and she had some problems. But I wasn't on duty yet when she came in. So they stripped her naked, thought she was going to commit suicide, and threw her in that, suicide tank. And I'm like, no, because the day shift did breakfast and lunch, because that was the times we worked. And when I went to give her breakfast, I could see she said like 2 words, and I knew. So I got with the mental health counselor that was there at the time, and her and I talked, and I said, she didn't eat nothing for breakfast. Well, I'll try at lunch. So I did. I gave her some clothes. I gave her, the jail uniform, and I said, come on out here and eat. So I sat down with her. I got a candy bar, and I sat down with her, and I said, try to eat. I'll give you some of my candy bar if you eat your lunch. She ate her lunch, and I gave her half the candy bar. And I said, is there anybody that you can call to come and get you out of this place? Because I'm sorry that they stripped you naked. That was just uncalled for, because they didn't check and see, what was going on. Because I guess she was from a domestic violence case or something like that. And she finally gave me a phone number. So I checked it to make sure it was good. And I called and I said that she was, at the county jail, come get her, and I'm going to let her call you. So she did. And finally, by the time I was about ready to leave 2 p.m, her ride was there and she was being released. But that was just horrible how they treated her.
And it's that way in a lot of places. And personally, that's another problem I have with the system. We know there are people out there that have problems, whether they be mental or whatever, but a lot of these terms that are used stigmatize the people even more. A lot of them won't go to get help because you got mental institute or something to that effect, in big letters across the front of the building, and they don't want other people seeing them going in there to know that they have a mental issue. So a lot of the names and terms for this stuff needs to be changed to where people don't have to feel ashamed and then too scared to walk in for fear of somebody else knowing, hey, I've got a problem. This is where I go to try to get help.
Well, I
Mhm.
think we're somewhat on the wrong track because we're talking about tiny homes. This country, as big and as powerful as it is, there should be no such animal as a tiny home. A dog does not want to live in these tiny homes. I get that it's a stopgap measure, but you can't tell me that all the land and all the resources this country has, you mean to tell me that we can't build a normal block community section of houses in the center of California, in Washington, and all these other places instead of
Sure, we could, David. The
little
tiny
things?
homes right now is just a stopgap measure until we take full
Right.
control of the planet. Once that is done, I'm telling you, you're going to see all this stuff is going to change. Everybody is going to have decent housing. Nobody is going to have to worry about where their next meal is coming from. This is just a stopgap until we get all of the butts out of DC and out of these state offices. So it's a temporary fix. I understand that. But at least it's something in the meantime until we take full control of the planet and can make the change that we need to change. Government is not supposed to have all this private land that's part of the planet that they've taken control over. That's not supposed to be a thing either. But you see how much land that they have confiscated and put it under government control when their hands don't have any business on it.
Nope, I agree.
You also have, people who own their homes, and then something happens, they can't afford the taxes on a house. Maybe they own, there are a lot of pressures on people in terms of housing. We're headed for a huge housing bubble. Look what's going with the housing market. You're going to have people who there's foreclosure. There's so many things. The issue of housing in this country it's very complicated. So I do think I agree with you, Guardian. We need interim kind of stopgap measures, as you put it, to solve problems. I mean, we have to start thinking out of the box to address these things, but there's no reason why we can't. And a lot of people. I mean, there are people who are living in a house one day, they get divorced, and suddenly they're struggling to find housing. When I got divorced, I'll tell you a personal story. When I got divorced, long story short, we sold our house. It took me 7 months. I lived in hotels, and I went stay with my mother for a while until I could get the house that I live in here. I worked my butt off, and I paid cash for it. But I had 7 months of not really having a stable place to live because no one would rent to me because I had been a stay-at-home parent for 19 years. And so, they were like, well, what's your work history? And I said, well, I have money in the bank. I can pay, a year's worth of rent. No one would rent to me. So what do you do in a situation like that? It's hard to get a mortgage when you're a single parent and you can't prove income, or I was self-employed, but I mean, they don't look at that the same way they do as if you have a full. So, and, I wasn't homeless exactly, but it was a transition period. And so it made me very aware of the kind of things that are facing people today. I mean, renting today is nothing like renting, when I was first starting out and a young person. It's much different. It's much tougher to even just find rental housing in some cases, depending on, your source of income. And that kind of thing, if you have kids or whatever. So I'm really sensitive to this issue. I don't know. I can't, I haven't.
And
A lot of
being a
people
female,
have it a
let me
lot
inform you
worse.
of some of the things that happens when you're a single female. If you take your
Yes.
clothes to a dry cleaner, you pay a higher price for the same shirt that a man wears. When
Yep.
you go get car insurance, you pay a higher rent because the insurance companies think because you're a female, you're more likely to commit suicide than a man will. So there's a lot of these businesses and companies that are rigged against females to start with.
A lot of women too, in terms of, well, so what do you need to get secure housing, right? You need to have steady income. That women tend to be. I mean, and I'm not. Look, I know there are a lot of dads do. Dads are really important, and dads do a lot. But a lot of times, if you have, especially a single parent situation, moms are caretakers. They have children. It limits your ability to go out and just get any job because you have kids who have school schedules. You can't leave them. Maybe you don't have family close by to help you with childcare. And I'm not at all in favor of things like these Build Back Better programs that just want to government childcare, anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that those considerations are very real for people, and not every situation is the same. And when you talk about homelessness, it cuts across all demographics.
Well, sure it does. And there's probably
Yeah.
going to be a lot more because I do think there's a housing bubble coming. And because of the sea out there and that being used for an excuse, look how many people have already jacked up the rent and kicked people out
Yes.
that were already renting because
Yeah.
they want to jack the rent up.
And I just got a revalue. They're doing a revaluation on our house. So right after COVID, after my business was tanked because it was very face to face and customer, like one-on-one kind of business, a part service, part retail. People have been, out of work for extended periods. People are struggling. Even people who are working full time with inflation and everything. Now they're going to do a revaluation on our houses. Our taxes are going to go up. What happens when your taxes go up? Well, people who are renting, their rents are going to go up. I think we're headed for a huge housing crisis.
You're right.
Very soon.
Yeah, it probably will be soon. Let me tell you what I did when my husband died. I hadn't been in the work market for probably close to 12 years at that point. And I was one of those that was raised the old-fashioned way. If you're married, and he was the same way, he'd been brought up the same way. If you can't support a wife, you don't get married. And I was kind of taught and then half taught my own self, if he's willing to work and bring home the food and the paycheck and what have you, then I'll take care of the house, I'll pay the bills, I'll cook his meals, wash his clothes, and do all the things that, the wife is supposed to do. Okay? And that's the way it was throughout our entire marriage. I ran into the same problem when I had to go back out into the workforce. I had a problem getting a regular job because I didn't have any work history for so many years. So this is what I did. I ran an ad in the local newspaper. I ran an ad in a little paper called the Thrifty Nickel that we had around here. I made flyers, went and hung them on people's doors, and I had a smaller truck at the time. I took and put house cleaning on the back of it, my phone number. Every job I got came off of the phone number on the back of my truck for what driving around town and stuff that I was doing to go and pay bills and that kind of stuff. So I started my own house cleaning business. And in the process of getting the houses, then I started picking up businesses to clean. So sometimes you may have to look again outside the box. Don't necessarily count on a regular 9-to-5 job or whatever. Think of something different. Go in and clean people's houses. There's good money in it. There's teams and stuff around here. The wife started a home cleaning business. She started making so much money at and has so many customers. Her husband quit his job and went to work with her.
Yeah, I had a friend do that.
So there is good money in that kind of stuff. You can go in and just cook meals for people and they'll pay you to do it.
Yeah,
I mean, there's
you know,
so many things, but you got to be willing to think outside the box.
yeah, and I think, like I've always been kind of like you said, and I've always had like 2 or 3 things going all the time, and that's what got me through the past couple years. My business was shut down, but I do other types of work and I do freelance work and whatever. But I think, the situation with the virus and the the shutdowns and some of the protocols that are still in place in places like where I live, they just added that like layer of difficulty for people, and especially people who are the most vulnerable. um, and not everyone is. I think a lot of people are becoming more entrepreneurial, but I think not everybody kind of has that mindset. It's difficult for some people. It sounds like you and I are alike in that sense. We're pretty resourceful, right? And there's plenty of things we can do, but it is harder with all the restrictions still in place in some places.
Well, right now, yeah, I could see where
Yeah,
it would still
yeah,
be a hassle in some
yeah.
areas. But doing
It's
things
more. It's
like
just like a
those
little
other
more
people
difficult. It's
are
like that little bit more difficult
running
other than
running
it is other.
errands and shopping for people. How many
Yeah,
people right now are so scared they don't want to get out and go to the store because of the big C?
yeah.
Start a shopping errand business. Go do the shopping for these people and get paid for it. There's so many other things. People just have to take the time to stop and think. Start kicking around ideas. If you don't like the sound of one, wait and kick it around and think about something else and see if that one hits you or whatever. But there are a lot of ways for people to get out there and make money if they really need to and if they have to at least be able to survive until you can do something different or better.
Yes.
All
And
right,
looking at
guys,
the situation
I'm
out
gonna
there
have to
now,
step down. Sorry
that would
that
be
you're done.
good talking to you, hon.
Yeah,
glad
I
she
gotta
called
get up
in.
early. Yeah, good night. Thanks for having me on the panel. I'm sorry. I thought you were done speaking. I do apologize. But good night, everybody.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Good night.
Oh,
I think that was her. Was that her first time calling on the panel?
up for here, I think so.
That's good. Oh,
Yeah,
good. I think you're gonna do. Are you gonna do ladies' night once a week, Travis?
sure. Every night's ladies' night around here.
I think you're gonna also. I think we talked to you about it, but you're gonna bring back Veterans Night.
I'd love to have Veterans Night
Bring that
back.
back. Yeah,
Let the veterans call in and
we got to pick
even
a
if they
night.
just tell us funny stories.
Yeah. I don't
Are
know.
you
I think
ready?
Guardian might be a good co-host for you, though.
Will you hush?
Why? They got OD16. They got the OD16 in the house.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, she's trying to start some stuff right now, too.
Who?
You.
Really? Wow. Such a surprise.
Travis, it's after 12. You ready to stop this thing, kick my butt out of here?
Nah.
Nah.
He hasn't even started smoking yet. The night
Hey,
is early.
that's right. I just
When the cigarettes come out, he's starting to get a little, he needs a second win.
No, it's way past that executive producer's night time. Woo woo. Them
Yeah.
funnies are like, whoa, what are we doing up?
Oh, we're at least 3 hours past my bedtime already. But I guess if I'm gonna continue calling into this show, I'm gonna have to become more nocturnal because my hours are all screwed up this way.
Okay, look what Tennessee Patriot just posted in here. Says, once again, right on. When freight is slow during plant shutdowns, I have a sideline pressure washing homes and stuff. Made $1,100, I think he said, in 4 days.
That's great.
Doing 2 or 3 houses. And remember back in the day, you used to see people that would go to businesses door to door and would offer to clean their windows for them. I mean,
Yeah,
right
you
now,
would
in some
see.
areas, yeah, it would be kind of cold to do that. But during the summertime, That's extra money in the pocket.
And you used to see, young people, especially, being like very industrious and doing that kind of thing. Now you try to find anybody to shovel your driveway or mow your lawn, you can't find them. The kids are all inside playing video games. I see that all the time.
Well, that's true. But I think most of that.
Well, you got the schools and parents to blame for all that, because what do you
Yes.
see a 2-year-old hanging with a cell phone in the store? Got to have that constant distraction. Ooh, there's no winners and losers in school. Everybody got to get a trophy. Can't take no disappointment. The list goes on and on and on. The kids today can't change tires, can't solder pipe, can't cut wood, can't do anything. But ooh, let them text or do something with a computer and a TikTok video. Woo woo! Oh man, they're in the house. That's their forte.
And it's kind of a bad message that was sent during the virus, the shutdown, because the message they got was, well, the only job worth having is one where you're sitting at a computer and you're working from home. And that's just not how the world works. So especially teenagers, I had, all teenagers at home, but they had a whole summer where they just were like kind of discouraged from working. Places didn't want to hire, and people, they were just kind of told stay home and play games, or stay in the house. And it was it's not a good message. So hopefully that will turn around a little bit, but it kind of intensified what you were just talking about, David.
Well,
It just kind of doubled down on that message.
They're ill prepared to hit real life, because Johnny's been told that he's the most wonderful thing in the world, yet he's a fat, pimply blob. So when he hits the real world at 16, they bust his bubble and say, guess what, Johnny? You're a fat, pimply blob. Oh my, how do I handle it? Let me go shoot up a school or something else.
Yeah.
So many issues in this country in time.
Yeah. I know. That's why I think Guardian needs to like run for office or something. She's the only one on here with any common sense.
I'm too old to be running for office.
You're never too old. Never, never. So they tell me.
Why would you want to run for? Why would you want to run for any of that? People just need to start. I don't know.
Yeah, and I wouldn't run for anything at this point until things change.
Put it this way: if we're waiting for everybody in this country to wake up, if you're not awake at this point in time, you're not waking up. I don't care unless somebody smacks you between the head and the eyes with a 2x4. That's the only way that you're going to wake up. And if that's what we're waiting for, well, I guess we're going to be pretty much done, because half these people in this country are not waking up. There's so much
I'm not waiting for anything.
About this fake pandemic and all this other fakery that we got on. It's like, if you don't see it by now, damn, you are just comatose. You just might as well start learning how to order turtle soup and rice. Whoop, whoop.
Well, and that's a fact a lot of people need to understand. You are not going to wake everybody up. Some people don't want to be woke up. And some, if you hit them upside the head with it, they still ain't going to get it.
Yeah.
So it's going to be up to the people that are awake to be the ones to get out there and make the change.
Yeah, and and those of us who are awake, we're not sitting around and waiting. We're going out and doing it. There's no more waiting. There's no sitting. There's no time. I mean, that's it. I'm not waiting for anything to just happen. Not me. No. But I've never been like that.
Well, I think we'll know real soon, real short, whether we're good to go or whether we're really in a submarine that's way, way under the water.
Well, I'm going to have some more news coming out pretty soon, and I was told if I thought the last one was good, the next one's going to be even better.
So now people were asking, one thing people were talking about tonight is the the SCOTUS ruling on the documents, Trump um, denying his request to keep those documents.
Well, see, the one that gets me is everybody don't understand what this inquiry is about. It has
Right.
nothing to do with January 6th. The Democrats and all their minions do not know what's in the 4 pitas. That's what they're trying to find desperately out. That is what this whole thing is about. There is 5 pitas. One of them is known, the other 4 are not, and it's driving them batshit crazy.
Well, I think that the decision.
Well, there's one that I have a clue is in there that certain 3 individuals were still in charge of what they're in charge of. That AKA Ezra Walken Cohen, the guy that's in charge of FEMA, and the guy that's in charge of the Department of Defense, Christopher Miller, never went anywhere.
Well, they've subpoenaed, I think, I don't know if it was yesterday, with Jenna Ellis, Rudy Giuliani, Sidney Powell, and I think I sent to you, Travis, earlier today, the Sidney Powell's response through her attorney.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of funny. The first one they did, Steve Bannon, and Steve Bannon opened both barrels and guns, and you do not hear his name being mentioned at all. So now we're going to see how much of a fight that these other lawyers have. Well, I think they're going to be really surprised they are barking up the wrong tree, because most people are loyal as crap manure to a certain individual, and his last name starts with a T. They are loyal beyond loyal. They're not going to roll over and play dead like a certain crappy lawyer did.
I think it's more than that. I think that the tone of Sidney Powell's statement, think what you want about Sidney Powell, but the tone of her statement issued through her lawyer was she not only was not afraid, she was welcoming it, because when you subpoena somebody, you're going to get information is going to come. Information is going to come out. Information is going to come out, and it's her attitude was basically like, be careful what you wish for, and that's what I'm hearing from people. You want to subpoena all these records. You want to get all these secret documents out about supposedly secret about January 6th. What is number 45 been saying or suggesting in his press releases is that there's more to come out. There's some truth to come out that has been withheld from the public, that maybe the Democrats have been kind of scared about coming out. Well, you want disclosure, you want discovery, here you go. Let's have it all get out there. And I think that they're going to get more than they bargained for. I think it's about that. I think it's also about setting a precedent, because a lot of secretive stuff goes out. If they release those records, those Trump records, that's going to be applicable to future presidents. It's going to set a precedent for more transparency, not less. And so, it sounds like a scary thing. It sounds like, that's going to hurt Trump. Not necessarily so. So we'll see what comes out as a result. But these are not people who are afraid of lawyers, and they know what the discovery process is about. And so I say wait and see, but I don't necessarily see it as a some kind of horrible thing that's going to take any one of them out. I think probably the opposite, and maybe best case scenario, we get clarity and we get the right information and the truth out about what happened on January 6th. I think that's a possibility. And I think that's the longer term strategy.
Do you think they'll get a little nervous the closer it comes time for her to bring all that stuff to the Senate?
Possibly. Possibly. I mean, we'll see what happens with this big committee. Excuse me. Sorry, I had to cough. I had to turn my microphone off. It's a possibility. There may the Democrats, definitely have this uncanny way of I mean, they're at the microphone every 5 minutes about it, but we'll just see what happens. What does Trump always say, right? Let's see what happens. We're gonna see. So
I don't think it will get that far.
yeah, I kind of don't either. To be honest with you, I think it's a lot of
I should preface that a different way. If it does get to the point where they're at there doing their thing, then we know that we're down below with the periscope going, oh, we see water all around. Damn. Uh-oh.
Well, Trump has suggested that there's video that the public hasn't been seen. There's things that have been withheld. So, you want a subpoena? You want to talk about? Sidney Powell referenced in her statement today that one of the reasons they're going after them is what they're saying is well they incited something because they wanted to overturn the thing that happened last November, okay, that they wanted to reverse it. And it was they were trying to do it by force or whatever. And she said, I'm going to welcome the chance as a part of this committee to present evidence I have about that particular event. Hey, all right. People have been saying, well, when are we going to see some evidence? Well, maybe some of it'll come out because they subpoenaed her. That's what she suggested, and that came from her. That's not my theory. She actually came out and said it. So I think there's more to it than, oh no, they just subpoena all these people. They don't seem worried. So I hope that answered the question because it came up a couple times in chat, and I know the person's been waiting.
They're not worried because technically you can go to the hearing, and you know what? I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. So what do they got? No more information than they had when they subpoenaed your butt. They can't do a thing about it. You showed up and you said, "Know what? I'm pleading the fifth. Have a nice day. Bye-bye. See ya. Have a nice day."
I think the subpoenas are almost more of a dare and a scare tactic. And I think, honestly, there are people who know what actually happened that day, and I don't think they want this stuff coming out. So, like you said,
as I will reiterate, it has nothing to do with January 6th. They are on a fishing expedition to not dangerously, they're trying to find out what is in the 4 pitas that no one knows about. That's what scares them to death. Scares them at night. That's all they think about. That's what this is about. They could give a rat's ass who stormed the Capitol building or any of that crap. They know it. They know who planned it. They know Nancy and their company did all that crap. They know all those facts. They want to find out what's in those secret pitas so bad they just sit there and salivate like a dog on a bone.
Well, if that kind of information is in the scope of the subpoenas, if that's the case, well, then both sides of information are going to come out. So it's not going to go well for them. They might find out what the peds, if the subpoena. I mean, I haven't read that. I don't know what the scope of them are, but if it's something that could come to light as a result of that investigation, well, we'll find out. We're going to find out not only what's in those documents, but we're going to find out who those documents are actually directed at. And, so we're going to find out a hell of a lot more than just what they contain or what the provisions are. We're going to find out why. And that's the big issue.
But what better way to give the massive, you got all the news media covering it, and you come out and they release him verbatim what these things say. Boom, boom, boom. Guess what? Doors locked. Every one of you turdnoids in here is under arrest. Have a nice day. Hope it was worth it. Bye-bye.
See,
That's
think
what
the
I
media.
meant by.
I think
That's
the
what I
media.
meant by you get what you be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you ask for. Be careful what you subpoena, because we're going to get it all out there. And I think that's what the responses from these people who are being subpoenaed. I think that's exactly what they're saying. That's certainly what Steve Bannon was saying. Same thing, same message, same thing from Trump. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But we agree. I don't know about the peds. I don't know, because they're so elusive that I really couldn't speak to that. But I'm
Well,
sure it's
the
part of
thing,
it.
how I think it was going to play somewhat a little different, but if you look at what the Philippines did back in World War II, not that it has anything to do with the Philippines, but that's what the Philippines did back in 1942 when the Japanese tried to take over the Philippines. Their president flew to this president. I forgot what it's called, but they enacted a proposal, and the Philippine government existed in this country for 3 years until the end of the war, was making all the decisions for the Philippines, and the Japanese had no clue what was going on. That's pretty much what we're doing here, because my understanding is the first PED can't prove it, don't know exactly. If the military, they knew there was foreign interference on the night of the election before 12 midnight. They already knew the election was bullshit. So they, at that point in time, the PED kicked in, all power necessary to save the republic rested with one man, and he's got the initials everyone knows. That is supposedly what happened. That's supposedly why the White House is empty and all that other stuff is going on. So who knows? We
So
guess we shall see. It's going to be a short amount of time to wait.
For people who didn't see your show today, what do you think is going to happen tomorrow, or what's supposed to happen? Because I haven't been following. I keep hearing
I
like
do.
tomorrow is a
If
big
I
day.
had to give
So
you specifics, I have absolutely no clue. My understanding is that you can remove by going by, I think it's 11.3 in the some manual of
the
war. You can
yeah.
remove a foreign government a year after they take power, which would be tomorrow at 12 noon. Yada yada yada. Whether that happens or it's going to happen, I don't have the faintest idea.
But
I would tend.
according to that manual, that's the point where it could happen.
Right. Put it this
Right.
way: if it had to be my guess, I think we're going to be eating a nothing cheeseburger, but that's just my opinion. It does not rooted in anything that I know.
I agree with you. I think it's going to be deja vu all over again tomorrow night.
Well, I think put it
Nothing's
this way,
happening.
not to be nasty, but we're going to hear the sound you hear on The Price Right. Wah wah wah.
Yeah, pretty much.
And you know what? It ain't going to be a pretty model be the one saying wah wah wah. It's going to be some person like Nancy Pelosi going, "Oh God."
What'd you think of Biden's meltdown this afternoon? Did you watch his speech?
Personally, I cannot watch that man not even for 30 seconds. So I did not see it. Don't know. I couldn't tell you any word or anything that he said. I can't watch him more than 5 seconds. I can't even look at a picture of him. He's just repulsive.
I sent
He is.
Travis a clip.
He's like a giant turd with legs. I'm sorry. It's just like a big giant piece of shit walking across the lane with legs and arms. Do 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 do. Can you smell me now? Ooh.
I sent Travis a clip, and the commentators, his take on it was like what did he say? Like the most embarrassing 15 minutes in American political in history, basically, like the most embarrassing 15 minutes of a presidential speech ever. Something like that. But he literally melted down.
Well, see, the one that would be the best to me is, okay, say he's having one of these bullshit things. Let's have Trump and the boys walk in with the Marines in their dress blues or their big, whatever, their outfits. And you say, "Hey, buddy boy, you're fired." Boom. The world would be jumping and doing somersaults, horns be honking, boats be blasting, woo woo, fireworks be going off everywhere. I mean, realistically, if it was me and we're this close, I'm like, oh, well, we can't close. If I was Trump, I would have said it right at the end on his rally. I would have said, boom, the storm is upon us and the storm shall be repelled. Boom. Man, the rest of the world would have been, oh my God, the United States does exist. And people in this country have been going clapping and going, woohoo, high five, roll over. The bars would have been freaking packed.
Yeah, and instead, what are we in today? Limbo land still. Limbo. That's
exactly.
that's what it feels like to me. Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. This is my own personal opinion. Okay, it's on whatever time. If you go to February, March, whatever, most of the people are going to be like, well, whoop-de-doodle doodle doodles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think well, yeah, for many reasons, I mean, for me, like the biggest thing is that the virus hysteria has to go away. To me, that's just it's holding us up. It's holding us back. It's keeping us in that limbo. I think people feel that. But I don't know. 3 more years of this guy, and after what I saw this afternoon, and I don't know. I don't know how much more the country can take, because that
Well,
was
I'll answer Don's question since I see it in the chat. Why isn't Gitmo closed? Okay, Barack Obama tried to close Gitmo before all this crap supposedly happened, so he wasn't able to close Gitmo. So that's not a real big litmus test of who's in charge or who's in power. That's not a real big litmus test to me. Just like all these people resigning, big deal. Now, if you had the top 20 people at every major corporation gone, that might be a sign. And let's see, where's this person? Where's that person? They have unlimited money, unlimited means of transportation, and just maybe they got a hiding spot that none of our happy butts know where it's at. Food for thought. Just a thought about it. You got to play both sides of the fence instead of let's cheerlead on this side. Let's not think on the other side. These little turds didn't get to be in power for 2,000 plus years by being, well, they're grade school stupid. Just food for thought.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. It'll be an interesting couple of days.
It should be, sure. But you know what? The Rhino Nation's still going to be riding on the preferred transportation mode of the Travis train. Woo! That's Hartford truth. And the Travis train's still going to be rolling down the track, knocking cows off and tooting around the world. Woo! So at least you got a safe haven. You know where to go.
That's it.
To the jungle and on the train.
The Grift Whisperer will still be doing her thing too. So,
Did I send you the Grift Whisperer?
I don't know. I think you got a different. I don't know. You got too many titles. I can't keep up with none of them.
I know. Like you said, my office is going to need 2 doors for all the plaques with all the.
We ain't got enough. We ain't got an office big enough to fit 3 doors on.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be. I'll be watching the news tomorrow because Guardian talked about the echo chamber. Right? Everybody seems to be like listening to the same thing, and I'm hearing tomorrow's supposed to be some big day. So we'll see.
We have no clue, but I got news for you. Okay, I'll give you till the end of January. The end of January, we don't see any big fire hose burn us in the face. Guess what? We're a submarine under the water. Beep beep, surface. Oh my.
Yeah, when I heard end of December, I've heard the end of every month. So I'm gonna get up, go to work tomorrow, do my thing, cook dinner.
Yeah,
and
well, here's one in the chat. Queen Romana doesn't exist. She's fake. There's nothing.
Yeah.
She has no power, no standing, no nothing. She's just the same as you making an avatar and making it pop out of the computer. She has no power, no say, or anything else. She's fake as fake can be.
It's like when I tell Travis that I want to be the queen of West Virginia. I got about as much authority as Queen, whatever her name is, Romana or whatever. Yeah, I mean, there's an example.
I heard they got a planet past Uranus that's shouldn't have said that one, but there's a planet past the one end of our solar system. They said you can be queen of that one. I think it's
Yeah.
called.
Well,
Let's
well,
see.
all right. I'll be the queen of any planet but Uranus. Okay, Uranus is off the table.
Well, I didn't mean. I forgot that's what the last planet was called. I'm sorry, I shouldn't even said that one. But you know, you can have a moon on Jupiter.
This is the after dark portion of the show. By
You
the
can
way.
have a moon on Jupiter. That one that's got the big red eye. You can have that one.
Oh yeah. Okay. Whatever.
Oh look, Don's got his thinking cap on. He wants a link. Woo-hoo, you got to come up here.
Oh, Don wants up. I don't think I've ever been on the panel with Don. Should I leave?
Where's it?
Oh no.
Should I leave?
No, you don't.
It'll be funny. He's just
Okay.
gonna come
Oh,
argue
yeah.
with David.
Good.
Oh, I didn't even know Gardening was still behind. She's behind all that R, the R and the L and the live, all that stuff. I didn't know you were still up there. Sorry, darling.
I don't know
We
why
gotta get-
everybody's avatar.
We got to get Tennessee Patriot up here too.
Tennessee Patriots are cruising through damn state police barracks trying to get all the cars to flash at them. Whoop, 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 woo, woo, woo. Battery's walking, but Battery's having a donkey show. Oh, damn.
I'm really hoping. I want to give a. Can I give a shout out to somebody else, Travis?
Sure.
I'm really hoping you're going to get Dreamweaver on here to talk about some stuff. I hope
You
I get
can.
an
He's in a
invite on
food
the panel
coma.
for that.
Yeah.
He's in a food coma.
We want to have
He's stressed
we
out.
want to have some crypto talk with Dreamweaver
Yes.
sometime. So maybe one of these days he'll hit me up and say he's got time.
Yes, I'm officially begging Dreamweaver to come up here and give us a crypto 101 because I have questions. So that would be awesome.
Oh, we
Crypto's
lost
not the
that.
only. He's got a lot of other topics he could talk about too.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I've heard him on here. Yeah, he could
Yeah,
be.
Dreamweaver
You
will
should just
pack
give
your
him a
mind
Sunday
full.
night show or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll pack your brain full of information. It makes my head hurt because sometimes there's so much there that I can't comprehend. But every time he comes back, I get a little more. There's Dawn
Well, I
back.
figure I would ratchet up the pressure on him to come on.
Oh, there you go.
Don Richie. Don Richie.
Dun 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 dun.
Am I here?
You're here.
Yeah,
Oh, I
you're
guess
here.
you are now.
Oh wow! Thanks.
What's
I
up?
got one question for all y'all, especially David. Of
Uh-oh.
course, that's not going to register with him. But how are your spidey senses going off right now? What's going to happen in the next couple of days?
Not going off at all.
That's what I figured. That's why I said what I said. Still love you.
Mine either.
The only thing my spidey sense is telling me there's going to be more arguing and fighting on YouTube channels over the next few days. That's about it.
You know what bothers me the most, and that's talking to all of you on the panel right now, and it really bothers me, and I'm sorry, is the infighting with the truthers. And I'm not talking about y'all, okay, because y'all are beautiful. But the infighting that's going on, and I don't know what's going on there. I mean, with Flynn and all this other stuff, I don't know. I mean, do you guys have a idea on what that's all about?
I mean, the only thing it
could really
does
care
for
less
me,
what-
it makes it very hard to figure out what the truth is. It makes things more confusing.
Thank you.
For me, watching it and observing it, a lot of people, on the different sides of these fights are people I like, and I like certain things they say, but when it's this back and forth, and this one is exposing this one, you can't trust this one today, and I've started to tune out. I used to be on Telegram and pay attention to certain things. I've deleted most of the channels on there that I follow because it's just not productive. That's just me.
And that's your prerogative. That's
I
awesome.
don't really pay attention to anything Linwood or General Flynn or any of them say. I really could care less. They can have a knockdown, drag out the street. Doesn't do crap for me one way.
Well, General Flynn and a few other military personnel were made privy to some information that most people haven't seen, haven't heard about, or anything else. That's why you've seen a difference in the way he talks over the past few weeks.
I think there's a lot of disinformation going on right now. That's just and I don't know how to specifically say it, but there's a lot of disinformation going on, and it's kind of a psyop. I may be totally stupid, and I admit it, but I think really for the next couple days things are going to come out. That's just my opinion. If it doesn't, I'm going to be with Jeff B and Rhino, because that will
submarine under the water.
Well, why I'm saying that,
you got to come up.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, Tennessee Patriot wants to come up and say hello.
Okay, I'll leave. But my last thought of the day is, okay. Well, my thought is that if shit doesn't go down here really quick, we're in really bad trouble, and I think we've been boom-fuggled.
Oh, is that what that's called? I thought it was called something else.
Well, that's my word.
I think somebody done grabbed the rhino's tail and is massaging them butt cheeks too much. Oh my goodness.
Oh, I love the stampede of the rhino.
Oh Lord, I stepped away for like 2 seconds, and this is what I come back to.
Yeah.
Oh man,
it's your fault for walking away.
See, we got a webcam. We knew when you left. Go ahead, see if you can find it. What you say there, Mr. Train Engineer?
I don't know nothing.
So what's the programming schedule for the rest of the week, Travis?
Let me go look here.
There you go, Tennessee Patriot. Come on up.
We got scripted
yes,
now.
Tennessee Patriot needs to come up.
Thursday night is open mic. Friday is My Circus and My Monkeys is a drinking game. Everybody can have a good time.
Who sent you that?
You did.
Oh, I did.
All the show titles and stuff come from.
So tomorrow is going to be open mic. So open topics. Travis is going to be running, the train here. I'm going to be in chat, lurking. And then Friday.
Oh my God, we're so scared.
Friday is going to be, as promised, the My Circus, My Monkeys drinking game. That's going to be a closed panel. Well, I don't know if it's going to be a closed panel or not. We'll see. That's up to Travis. We'll see. I don't know. He probably has certain people he wants drinking up there. So
I'm in.
I think that was a request.
We'll have to make up some kind of game to play.
Yeah, like I think every time somebody says, "Hey, Travis," in the chat, we all drink. Something like that.
There you go.
Or, what do you think about this? Making it double trouble. Y'all are crazy. I love you.
It'll be fun.
Well, you got to be crazy to hang out here.
No one likes when I talk about things
Travis,
like.
We're drinking cheap vodka.
Yeah.
I had liquor for free, so stop it.
Well, no one likes when I talk about stuff like boring stuff like SCOTUS or that on a Friday night. So what else are you going to do on a Friday night? on
No,
here.
wait a minute. You better
Now,
stop.
wait a
We
minute,
love
wait a minute. The
whatever you
reason
talk
they
about.
didn't like you talking about SCOTUS is because you had homework and you didn't do it. You were supposed to make SCOTUS snacks, and what did you do? You came in the door empty freaking handed. No rhino snacks, no SCOTUS snacks. Failed. You got an F. You get an F for
I
that
didn't
day.
spoon feed everybody milk and cookies about it. So I'm like, you know what? That's it. So no one likes talking about that stuff. So you guys want
No,
a
I
drinking
love
game?
it.
We'll do a drinking
I
game.
actually find it fascinating because it's one of the things that we really need to pay attention to.
And bring receipts.
Well, and SCOTUS is, so I know everybody was paying attention to the issue of the mandates, but SCOTUS has got some other cases going on. They're doing something about, I think, a display of religious symbol. I don't know if they did the arguments yet. I've been working a lot the past couple of weeks. I haven't been paying attention, but there's some other cases we can talk about. So it's not just the jab mandates. There are others, Supreme Court cases that are going to be critical. So, but I think everybody would just rather drink. So,
But that's not productive. It's fun in the same deal.
Oh,
And
that's all right. That's all right. I'm sending my bourbon bill to the Travis train wreck.
that's right. Well, I'm good. Well, absolutely, we can write it all off as a business expense now, since
let's
we're all
put it
grifters.
put it to the curse fund.
Yeah, well, I don't. Whatever happened to the swear jar? I don't really swear on here, so
Well, the swear jar just kind of drifted away.
Hey, is Guardian still up there? I can't tell. She's behind that little.
Yes, I am.
All right, Matt. Don't forget to take a picture of your truck.
Yeah.
All right.
We may be able to help there. Hopefully.
Yeah. Well, that little piece can't cost more than $12, if that. But Travis, you said it's a 5/8.
I believe, yeah, that's what the internet showed it as 5/8.
Ooh. Well, we got something new. Rhino bourbon. Woo.
Where's Kathy tonight?
Bourbon.
What happened to your co-host tonight? Why isn't she up here for ladies' night?
She is going. Well, let's see. She was waiting on a FedEx man. She didn't have no snacks for the FedEx man, so the FedEx man didn't show up. And she ain't been feeling well, so she went to Betty Bye. I'll be all right. I can't spit that out.
She's still not feeling well, huh? That's too bad.
She got something. Monkey Works has got something. He ain't feeling well. Monkey Works has got some monkey flu going on. Been in bed for the last 4 days. He didn't have a show today. He's going to try to kick one out on Friday. Whoop, whoop.
Well, how are we supposed to know who's going to Gitmo if he's sick? Jeez.
Wait a minute. Whoa. I thought you being fly there on a Gulfstream 5 tomorrow. That's what I thought. I thought you was manning to know.
Yeah, it's not my department.
There's Tennessee. What's up, buddy?
That's
What's that?
I heard Jeff B's picking you up in the Alpha, picking you off at the G7, and next thing you know, you're going to be in Cuba, y'all. Hopefully, you got a return ticket. Yeah.
No, they'd leave me there. That's it. I'm not falling for that. I got on a plane to go to Gitmo. I'm not coming back.
David's funny as hell.
Well, that sounds like your own personal choice there. Have fun.
That's Tennessee Patriots in the house.
Okay, welcome.
Hey, everybody.
What's up,
What's up,
TP?
people? Hey, not only can we drink on Friday, we'll do our favorite impersonation panel. We can imitate Travis, imitate Mike, or Shane, Captain Finger, or Jeff B, or any one of them. We all can just imitate personalities. Get drunk as hell, impersonation night. How's that?
That sounds dangerous. That sounds dangerous.
I'll do David tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I want to hear this. This ought to be good. You're gonna sound funny with a rubber band around your doodads.
That's exactly what's going to take.
It's only with a doodad strapped down.
I bought
My
plenty of
ears,
whiskey,
my
so
ears.
I'm ready.
Yeah, you better get them industrial strength rubber bands, baby, because I don't think you'll be able to carry out that voice.
I think Tennessee Patriot just got wrangled himself an invitation to the panel on
Oh,
Friday.
hell no.
Just saying.
I'm paddling backwards. Paddling backwards.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Don't smack that sub that's going down, down, down on the way back.
You can have my spot because I don't think that's a ladies' night thing. I don't think I'm gonna get an invite. So
Yeah, we can take the ladies too. Yeah, imitate anybody. It would be funny as hell. I think it would be. I don't know.
I just hope
you're gonna have to talk to Brandon and get another avatar. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, he's gonna have to make one for Guardian, for Silver Girl.
See, we already got one. We already got one on a T-shirt for you. I think you ought to just use that one. Whoop whoop.
You never know. Maybe it won't be me. Maybe the executive producer will show up.
David,
might not be me.
David, I take it back. I want to do RH for you, brother.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know if you can bring that much bullshit, Tennessee.
Oh shit! I'm good at
that much bullshit. You're gonna have sore arms.
No, you can only make fun.
ARH is a good. He's a good dude. Don't put on RH.
I'm just playing.
Yeah. And you can only, you can only make fun of people who are on the actual panel up here. So you can't.
I can't do a comedian.
You could.
John's hilarious. I like his laugh. He gets me cracking up.
Oh, look, man. We got Kimmy Young is in the house. Kimmy's in the house. Whoop, whoop.
She is.
Yeah.
I tried to get
Kimmy
her
Young in the house. Woo, woo. She got her booties on. Got her booties on because it snowed. But it snowed.
We'll have to agree on some rules too. Like, is it every time someone says, "Hey, Travis," in the chat, is everybody takes a shot? Or everybody takes a sip, because if I do shots, that's it. You're gonna have to have a mega mute button for this channel.
I'll take 3 shots.
It won't end well.
Every shot you don't want to take, I'll take it for you. How's that? I got plenty of whiskey.
Thank you. I'll redistribute.
I don't know if them people from blue states are allowed to play. They don't sound like much fun, Dad.
Hell no.
No, I know how to play that game. It's just that Travis would have to have like control of the mute button over here, because I don't think you guys want to. I don't think it would end well.
Wait a minute, Travis. Look at Kimmy's comment and highlight that one. You see the word? Let Travis highlight that comment. Rules with a question mark. Rules.
Well, we gotta have some kind of ground rules to.
Well, how are we gonna find out if someone says hi? Like, is it gonna be like one of the mods? Because you don't expect people on the panel to watch the chat. You know what I mean?
There ain't gonna be no condition to watch it.
Right. Right. Right.
It's gonna be
There's
fun.
a lot of logistics to work out.
Woo!
Don says no rules.
He said, try the antifreeze they distilled in Russia. You can feel your teeth curling.
I'm writing off my bottle of vodka as a business expense, Travis. So I'll send you the receipt.
Only one bottle?
We're gonna have to sell some glass. You guys go to the website. We need money.
There you go. I'm just gonna do some grift whispering and see if we can get some donations.
There you go. The grifter whisperer.
The grift whisperer. Don likes when I do that.
Now, did you see the shirt? Did you see the shirt? Had a big pair of with a bunch of water with dollar bills in it.
You should have heard the discussion about my avatar today. That's a subject for Friday night, I guess. We'll see if it comes up.
I'm telling you, you need another avatar.
Somebody found.
You need to put to work in the next day or so and get her a new avatar. You also need to put the ride in the caboose. Right in the caboose. Woo!
We got to get Craig the Hunter up here too. when he would do invitation night. It'll be hilarious. I'll do Jeff B. How's that? I got a top. I'll do Jeff B. I got to get
Greg the Hunter is Teeter on. Greg the Hunter is Teeter on Yellowstone.
He is hilarious.
It'd be like a competition. Who's going to be the top bunk drunk?
I'm gonna do on day. What are you gonna do? You got to pick somebody. You can pick. You can do me.
What?
Your imitation
Competition.
competitions. Impersonation.
Yeah, I got to work. I got to work on my
impersonation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll work on it. I'll work on it.
I almost said something.
It'll be fun as hell. That's gonna be fun.
Oh,
What do
you
think?
just
You think so?
Tennessee Patriot.
My tongue on that one.
We just found ourselves a panelist for Friday night. You're on, as far as I'm concerned. You got an invite.
I'm
but you
on.
better-
I'll be in
Yeah,
Alabama.
you gotta have.
I get my load
Yep.
unload early. I'll be here.
That's
There
right.
you go.
Just text Travis to get the link, and you'll. This is gonna get wild. I can tell.
It's gonna be
It's gonna
funny.
be fun.
It's gonna be hilarious. I'm gonna get a buzz on quicker than anybody because I get the buzz on. I'm gonna Lord have mercy.
Well, just we have a special guest lined up for that panel too. So Travis,
Okay.
so that'll be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. Special guest, never appeared on the panel before, but it'll be
They're
fun.
gonna be nervous as hell. What the hell did I get into?
Yep.
One of the ladies needs to be hackling hers. Woo. I wouldn't even want to take that role.
Oh man, Kimmy's gonna block herself.
Yes,
I
what?
got a pair for you, Kimmy. It's stuck on my horn. Grab it before you block yourself as a troll.
Uh-oh, do we have a troll? Oh, I missed them. I missed all the
I
fun.
know that sounds like a fun game there. Whack a Kimmy troll. Woohoo! Hey, we got to go to Virginia to play that game.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I might have to give up my spot for the special guest, so we'll see.
What?
We shall see. That's if, Travis is still taking my calls.
Oh no, you're definitely. You ain't got to worry, Brian. That's not happening. That's not happening.
I'll put my number in chat. Anybody can call me up here. Hang on.
Like 24/7. Travis needs to put you in his phone so he can send you direct links to come up here.
You got me saying that all the time. I'm going down the road.
It's a good thing, baby. Sworn to the horn. I gotta. Hey, Tennessee, I gotta. Yeah, put your private. No, since you're up here, put your number in the private chat. I gotta send you to some pics of the shirts we designed. You'll have a blast with them.
You just fell out. I think you hit the back button.
Oh man.
We might have to world premiere some of the merch on Friday night.
Hey, we could do that. I could go get a box of that stuff and bring it in.
I'm back. What the hell?
You need to put the damn trains on the site there, dude. Put the trains on there.
Well, my avatar's is all set. That was one of the things we worked on tonight, and
No way. You need to get a new avatar made. That one don't look correct. I don't think so. That one don't look correct.
Mine don't
What's
look
missing
good.
on it? What's missing on
There's
it?
Tennessee.
What's
Tennessee,
wrong with that
put your
avatar?
phone number in the private chat. I'll send you some of the pics of the stuff we designed. You're gonna laugh your ass off.
Oh, I see. What's missing on the avatar?
Oh man.
That's a cartoon picture.
Right. You ought to make a fuzzer magnet. Boy, woo woo. Nobody be going in there fix. I got a Rhino Nation magnet I already designed just for that effect. Whoop whoop.
You get an animated rhino to do that when you on your intros. The rhino go whoop whoop. It's Smoke
Oh,
my
I got
horn.
it.
Right.
Oh, I got an intro that's all planned out. I'm working on it with Brandon.
Yeah, we got some
It's
cool
gonna,
stuff.
it's gonna. You want to talk about triggering people? I can't wait.
I sent all kind of intros to Travis Train. Woo woo.
Yeah, well, we have a lot of shows to plan too because we're gonna have to do a St. Patrick's Day show, Valentine's show. Like, there's a lot to do. A lot.
Hey, that's right.
Hey,
Valentine's.
excellent.
We got some ideas.
Yep.
Yeah, Valentine's stuff, you ought to be able to do real good with it.
Oh, I got the perfect avatar for mine. Oh, I just seen it. Okay. I'll surprise y'all tomorrow.
I got my other rhino
excellent.
horn. I got my other rhino horn. That's pretty funny too.
We can't have X-rated
Black,
though.
it doesn't show as well. The black one
Travis,
doesn't
does my
show up as
avatar look
well.
like me? It does look like me.
I think it does.
Travis knows what I look like. Pretty close.
I thought Brandon did a fantastic job on it.
Yeah, he did.
He does cool stuff. I like mine too.
Yeah, he's gonna be like the new technical director, I think.
And he wants it to, he wants to do some intros and outros and stuff like that. He's good at that kind of stuff. I don't know nothing about it. We're gonna get
Well,
a
I
little
told him
training.
he's got a free like voiceover person. I don't know why he wouldn't utilize that. So
Say it
we're
again.
working on it. Well, he has a free person to do voiceovers.
Yeah.
Who might that be?
Just don't make it as long as Mike.
I don't really know. I wonder who it might
Who
be.
might that be? I didn't know the rhino was getting tagged for that.
Hmm,
Welcome
it-
to the Travis Train,
yeah.
the executive transportation provider of the Rhino Nation. Woo woo!
It's
Climb
quite a
aboard the Travis
mystery.
Train and cruise with us. And as in the front seat, you got ODN 16.
The Travis Train Wrecks, brought to you by Nasara Jasara.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
I told you. We're equal opportunity triggering. That's all I can
Right.
say.
More like a deck of cards. And more like a deck of cards.
The Travis Train Wreck.
Nope. I see the card in a bunch of kabooms that look like a nuclear mushroom cloud. That or a big string sitting there, and there's 10 tiles. Do. You get to the 10th tile, the snare goes swing.
Can everybody tell it was kind of a slow news day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope.
It wasn't on my end. I mean, I had somebody cover me up with information that I'm trying to comprehend for.
Who was sending you information?
You did. I haven't done that much reading in a while.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, that's
Some
okay.
of it was pictures. I mean, some of it was like, screenshots and stuff. So it wasn't like,
Man,
You
it's
didn't
going
have
to
to
be
read,
cold
like,
here
War and
tomorrow.
Peace
We're
or-
going from 70 degrees down to 40. Woof. You got to be kidding me.
It actually warmed up here. It's 40 degrees today. We're not freezing our butts off.
75 here today. It's going to be tomorrow. Nippy.
So everybody needs to get their topics together for open mic tomorrow. I can't wait to watch that.
Oh, that'll be
And then
fun.
Friday, there's going to be no topic, just silliness, I guess. That's the only topic.
ODN 16 has got rules for the drink game. She's going to come with cue call stuff. You got to be like, what? Ooh. You better make it a big print. You better make them in big print and colorful at least.
Yeah. Well, do you think any will follow them? I mean, like, even if I had rules, do you think anybody would actually follow them? I highly doubt it.
No.
Right.
I do
See,
not think I'm allowed to answer that
She
there
gets it.
question.
she
I don't
gets it.
think I'm allowed to answer that question.
The only reason you're remotely behaving right at the moment is because the Guardian's up on the panel. That's
Yeah.
it.
That's
What-
got absolutely
That's it.
nothing to do with it. I've been on my best behavior all night long.
Now, see, she's been trying to start stuff all night.
The only reason I'm being on my best behavior is Kimmy Young is in the chat, and I do not wish to offend her. Woo woo.
Good idea.
Woo. I'm trying to figure this out.
He's trying to hit the launch button. What is it?
Yep.
Hey Kimmy, when you get on Restream, it's got 3 little buttons at the bottom. One is the mic, the other is the well. Before you get on Restream, there's like it says Edit Avatar, and then you can pick any kind of picture you got in your phone, and you just click on it and tap it, and it goes up as your avatar. Boop.
Right. Someone's got to teach Travis that. Half the time he leaves his microphone on, we don't know what we're going to hear.
It's the slow software.
I don't know. I would think we're going to have to give Guardian control of the master mute button for Friday because it could get ugly. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think Friday is going to be a train wreck.
You think?
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
It'll be a fun one, though. It's all in good fun.
Yep.
Restream playing with me. They just booted me right the hell out. Boop, gone.
What happened to Don?
Don went to bed.
Well, Don has internet issues all the time.
Yeah.
Well, it ain't got nothing to do with it.
He must be calling in from Antarctica or something.
Oh, got to bite my tongue.
Well, hopefully Kathy will be feeling better. She can come up on the panel too.
Oh yeah, it'll be fun.
Drink with us.
I don't think that's going to happen.
So
or I can personate Dreamweaver. Which one, Jeff B or Dreamweaver? I should do.
Well,
Jeff.
I don't know how you're going to impersonate Jeff B. He don't. I don't know.
Well, I got a bunk in here. I'm going to put the phone up like I'm sitting on the bunk. I got the hair grip, and I get me a cigar.
I don't think you can talk fast enough to be Dreamweaver.
Oh, I do both. Trust me.
This will be fun.
Whatever.
Lord have mercy. I'm going to throw everybody off of the topics.
Avatar when she's in her 20s and smoking. When she got smoke coming off that body. Oh my goodness. Woo, stand by.
So somebody in the chat says, I don't know what this means. Day 16, we're going to get you a set of those double glass doors like they have at the White House. Oh, you mean like to protect me from the rest of the panel? That's probably a good idea.
Okay.
I think that's what they mean. I don't know.
Brian Page, Manila Times.
I'm going to start putting up a plexiglass panel to protect me. I'm not coming on the panel anymore unless I have plexiglass installed to protect me.
Well, you're going to be all by yourself in the corner then.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put a mask on the microphone.
And then we're going to close the door.
Well, there you go.
I heard you got your own army with some funky tools. What I heard.
You don't know what I'm capable of. You don't know.
Exactly.
You have no idea.
Exactly.
Stealth bomber.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna bite my tongue right about now, before I get in trouble.
Yeah, that would probably be a great idea.
Never happened.
Like I said, everybody better have mute on standby for Friday.
It'll be fun tomorrow. I can't wait. I already got it picked. I got everything. I'm working on it in my head.
Tennessee Patriots already like planning the trip to the liquor store. Like he's all set.
Yes, I am. How did you know that?
Lucky guess.
We heard the liquor truck going with a. We heard it.
You know, guys, if you guys are laughing this much just planning this drinking show, imagine how fun it's going to be when we actually drink.
Exactly.
Interesting. That's very interesting. Travis, you know how Red
Don't
said
get
that I'm
me
like the Bob Newhart of this show?
What's that, Joy?
When we did our show on Saturday, Red said that I'm like the Bob Newhart in the crowd. Like I'm just like the kind of like the straight person for everybody's jokes, right?
Right.
So I went and I got the 23andMe test, the DNA kit. And I sent my DNA off to China and it's going to come back. And one of the questions was like, what percentage of Bob Newhart am I? We're going to find out. Maybe we'll get the results on Friday.
Yeah, we need to schedule another show with Red. He said he wants to try to do at least once a month.
Oh, I would
got
love
a
that.
sneak peek. I heard you're full-blooded hyena.
Nah.
That's what I
Hyena.
heard.
Wow.
That's what I heard.
Well, we'll find
full-blooded
out.
hyena.
You know what we'll do? I'll see if I can. Well, I'll call China and see if the CCP can get my DNA back by Friday. In which case, we'll have the big reveal on Friday.
I
We'll
don't know.
find
It
out
could be the
exactly
hyena,
what
or
I
it
am.
could be a leopard. It could be a leopard. Whoop, whoop.
I'm
I
gonna.
think
There's
it's the
something I
leopard
could say, but I'm not gonna. I am just not gonna say it. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I think it's the
just
leopard.
not say anything. Not say
I
anything.
think it's the leopard.
Nope.
Yep, yep, yep.
Same cat family though. But I'm gonna just not say a word. That's it.
Nope, nope. I'm betting it's on the leopard.
Mm, 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 mm. Oh wow, you think about it.
I can't even pronounce that word, Kimmy Young. Snuffleupagus. What the hell?
What the?
Snuffleupagus.
What is going on in chat that I'm not seeing? Has the drinking started in there or what? Let me see.
I
don't know. Can you pronounce that word quick? I couldn't.
I can't even see it.
Snuffleupagus.
Snuffleupagus.
Oh, Snuffleupagus. I think that's what.
Come on, man.
The hell is Snuffleupagus? I don't even know what that is.
It's the elephant off of Sesame Street.
Yeah. Oh, it's on one of those. Yeah, like one of those.
Well, now we know what you watch.
That ain't me. I'm just reading it off chat from Kimmy Young. I have no clue. Snuffleupagus. I don't know what the hell that is.
Yeah, but Travis knew who it was.
Oh my goodness.
It's actually Snuffleupagus with a G.
Nah. You guys, you'll figure it out. It'll probably come out on Friday. Think about it. What other breeds of cat are there?
Oh, cougars.
Big cats.
Cougar.
You ain't no big cat.
Panther.
Leopard. You a leopard. You a leopard. I'm thinking you're a leopard.
It's a cougar.
Cougar. He's a cougar.
No.
I can't believe David didn't throw that one right out there. Come on. Man.
Yeah, I mean, God, like seriously, how long is it going to take you? Like that's like oldest joke.
Nope.
Come on.
Nope. She's a leopard.
Hyena, please.
All right, guys, I'm fixing to get down and get off of here.
Yeah.
I got calls to make in the morning.
All righty. Yep.
We love you, Guardian.
Hi, Miss Guardian.
Bye.
Nope, there ain't no lions, tigers, nor bears here. There's a leopard and a rhino.
Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. I was just going to say that. Pacey, I was just going to say that. Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my.
Oh, that's funny.
Nope. I think what we're going to see tomorrow is a big nothing burger. A big, gigantic nothing burger. There ain't no
All I know is EBS better not go off during our drinking game because I'm going to be ticked off.
Yeah, I know, right?
Right? Everybody's waiting for EBS, and you know what? Freaking thing will probably go off right when we're having our fun show.
I just hope I don't fall off the top bunk imitating Jeff B. That's pretty happy.
We're very serious show.
This is perfect.
Well, everybody, you know, nobody likes to talk about serious stuff, so we're gonna give the people what they want on Friday. We're gonna have a great time.
It'll be a fun
Well,
time.
maybe not me, but you guys will.
Oh, you'll
I'll
have
just
fun.
be executive. I'll be executive producing.
Of what?
I have no idea.
It's gonna be fun. We'll make it fun.
I'll be here in case anybody needs to go to re-education after that show.
Oh, I'm getting so tired. Biting my tongue. Oh my goodness. Biting my tongue. Terrible.
What a great idea.
None of this makes sense. None of
it. Will. It'll all be clearer after a few shots on Friday.
None of this makes. No, that's Jeff B's favorite line. None of this makes sense. I'm giving off my line. Shut up. Shh.
Here, I dropped my.
Well,
I can't give it away. I can't give my lines away. I cannot give my acting and my lines away.
Exactly.
I got it in my head.
Well, you know, I find it kind of interesting.
None.
Who else says that, right? You know, the thing is, I find it kind of interesting.
It's going to be hilarious. I just got to stay on this top bunk. That's all. I got to regain my balance.
Yeah. Wow.
I'll be all right.
Maybe we should change the title. Maybe we should change the title to Friday's show to Top Bunk Drunk.
Top Bunk Drunk.
You come on there, gonna read me out.
Oh boy. Oh, here we go.
I got it.
Hey, Kimmy, I got a question. Can I send you your email or my email to you? Whatever, either way, I don't care which way. I'll send you all the designs of all the. I'll send you all the designs of the Rhino and the Travis wear.
Who you talking to?
Talking to Kimmy, I said that she can send her email to you or you to mine to you or whatever. I know that didn't come out right, but whatever. I'll send her all the pics and all the merchandise we designed.
Nah, Top Bunk Confessions.
Well, maybe we should just stay on the air until Friday. Like, just stay on the air. There we go. Nope.
It's only on road trips.
Well, I hope that you got. I hope you all have a wonderful. We'll pick up Lily J, and we're gonna go to Chicago for some pizza.
Hey, I'm in on that.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
I'd rather go to
That sounds
Washington
good. We'll
State,
pick up
hang out by
Tennessee
the pool.
Patriot on the way, or he can meet us there.
Hell yeah.
One or the other.
Who can
Hell
meet us
yeah,
there?
he's up for it.
I'll be drunk already, but yeah.
Who's gonna meet us there?
I don't drink anything, so I could be this designated driver. I'll just be here babysitting on Friday. Making sure no one has to go to sexual harassment training or anything like that. Everybody behaves.
We got to get Craig the Hunter in here, Jeff Riddle, and Mike and LWN, and tell them, hey, we're going to have impersonation night. They'll love it.
Yeah.
I'll text Craig. I'll text Craig and Mike. So that's the rolling ball. And Greg will tell everybody. He'll love it.
He's good at that stuff.
Those guys are funny.
I think he'd be good at that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know him, but
here tomorrow. Woo, damn.
Well, I hope tomorrow is a huge, huge, huge news day.
It's gonna be a tremendous nothing burger.
I hope it's a news like nobody's seen anything like it. Nobody's seen anything like it. News
I
day
hope
tomorrow.
so too. I don't see it either. I don't know.
My guess.
Don't know.
I don't see it.
My guess is I'm going to have another typical day here. So
That's what I'm.
Well,
we'll
my
see.
question is, if it is, where's all this money coming from that they're paying Social Security and everything else that they're supposedly all broke?
Oh,
Where's
Nazar
these new dollar
Jasar.
bills? Well, where's no? Where's all these new dollar bills? They got to be starting hitting circulation sooner or later. That's why every day that rolls by, that's why every day that rolls by, everybody, oh, I'm all excited for what? It seemed to me every day these bastards are backpedaling more and more. Oh, truthers, oh. They're all running down the street going, oh, the dam's collapsing. Supposedly for all this crap is all pantomimes already happened. Yeah, well, whatever. We shall see.
Yeah, well, I'm going to send my clone. My clone is going to stand in for me on Friday and do all the drinking. Because I got a busy schedule on Saturday. Just saying.
Oh, no way. She's got a previous engagement. No.
Yeah, I can't handle my liquor, but my clone, on the other hand.
No.
She has 2 livers.
No. She's got a research project. We know. Got a research project. We know.
Yeah, no, I have a dissertation to write on Friday.
She got a research project.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very busy schedule. What is this? I can't.
Man.
Oh,
I'm reading. I
look
should
out.
not read the
Got
chat.
that naughty kid Arians in the chat. Oh my goodness.
Uh-oh.
Got that naughty kid Arian. What? Nothing to be optimistic about, Don.
Drop the link. Drop the link. Drop the link.
I want to see the fire hose smack me in the face. Till that time, shit on it. I ain't watched no Intel in days. Really care.
Maybe I have, like, there's 3 titles I could think of for the show. So we could call it Drinking from a Fire Hose, right? Haven't we been told that's what's going to happen? We're going to make it happen. We make stuff happen on this show. Drinking from a fire hose.
Pick that sucker up to the bag. Hell yeah.
There's that naughty kid, Arian. Whoop, whoop. Arian, whoop, whoop.
Arian. We're sending out the bat signal.
Oh my goodness, she's gonna come
We're
on up.
We're sending out the bat signal. Whoop whoop. Yep. Drop the link, Trav. Drop the link.
Already did. I tagged her in it.
Okay. Time to get on up here.
Come on, Arian.
Right. These guys have These guys have provided 0.00 intel, so we need something to talk about up here.
We're gonna have Arian smack ODN. Gonna smack ODN's butt. Whoop whoop. That's what's gonna happen. Smack ODN's butt. Come on, Arian, get up here. Smack her ass.
I'm calling the ombudsman to report an OSHA violation.
I'll tell you what, got to bite our tongue again. Damn. Ooh, doggy.
I'm just hurt, really, honestly, because when I come up here, nobody asks me for a secret code to verify my identity. They just assume it's me. You guys could get punked. You have no idea.
No, say it ain't so.
I'm just saying.
Some
people have secret codes. They got their own signal that goes out. I got nothing. Get 0 respect. 0.
Well, my question into Don: how can Bill Gates' wife be arrested? Both of them got killed in India about 5 or 6 years ago.
Hush, David. We got a guest.
Hola, señorita.
YouTube off. You get 2 screens. Are you on your laptop?
Okay. She turned off her YouTube. That's good.
At the top of the screen.
Better?
I don't know yet.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. That was noisy.
Welcome.
What's up, ladies?
Hey.
And David.
What's up,
Hola, señorita.
Oh, Ariane, you're doing my act, eating chips.
No, pineapple.
Ooh.
Dried pineapple.
Oh, well.
It's a health and wellness show.
Fancy.
Fancy.
So how you be, Ariane?
I'm good.
That's good.
Yep.
Glad to hear it.
I've been in the house a week, and I'm off restriction.
Good.
And I'm the comp controller, whatever that means.
Oh, did they at least let you go outside?
Oh, well, just show.
What?
Thank you, Deb girl.
So what you do in the big city of Stillwater?
Nothing. I didn't think I had been here before until I got here and I started having flashbacks about a drunk night in high school. And I was like, oh shit, I have. Thank you, Lori C.
Oh, we got Arian's house. Oh, everybody got to be nice. Arian's here.
Yes.
Size 7 in your ass, David. Keep it up.
You ain't fooling nobody. You got size 13.
Oh, she needs to be on this panel
girl.
more
You ain't fooling
often.
nobody.
She needs to be on here more often.
I've raised fighters in my family.
Yeah, my hand is still messed up. You see that knot, y'all? Do you see that knot? It just keeps getting bigger, Dad. I don't know what's going on with it.
Gonna be dumb. Gotta be tough.
Gonna be dumb. Gonna be tough.
That's obnoxious.
What?
That noise.
Me getting in my bag of food?
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't you just dump them out on a table? It'd be a lot less annoying.
David.
It's genetic. Have I seen you do that at the end of your show, Travis? It's
We
genetic.
got our own channel now, Arian. We got a Rhino Nation you can watch too.
What's it called?
The Rhino Nation comes on at 5. You're in the Central, right?
Yeah.
Live at 5, baby. Woo woo! Come stampede with the rhinos.
And David's all butt naked.
No, now you want all the bail out. Damn, Tennessee.
That should be interesting.
That would be ugly. I didn't know they made a Speedo big enough for the rhino. Woohoo!
God.
Who all's on
New
panel?
banana hammock.
Tennessee Patriots.
Hi, I'm Basic Queen.
Hey, I'm glad to finally talk to you.
I know. You're never on panel when I'm on.
I know. Well, you're going to be on here more often. Well,
Now that
if
I'm
we need to,
settled.
we'll kick David off. It's no big deal.
I'm used to his background sound.
Do what?
I said I'm used to him. He's like background noise.
Yeah, then we just ignore it. That's it.
Whoop, whoop.
Oh, yeah. That's like trying to ignore a big past pimple on your ass. Whoop, whoop.
Damn, why's my ass hurt? Because there's a pimple there. You need to pop it.
We put him in charge of public relations because he has a way with words.
He really does. He's a smooth talker.
Yeah, it is. We'll have to invite him on the Valentine's show. We won't be able to beat the women away with a stick.
No, we won't. I'm just going to let him have them.
Yeah.
Oh, you need to text me your
Your
address.
poor dad, he's literally crying. He can't stop laughing.
Did you find my stepdad?
I haven't looked. You know how much stuff you left in my pickup?
A lot. I'm going to need you to put it in that mailbox.
Put it in your mailbox. What? You just need to put one foot in front of the other and come fetch.
I got here and I feel like all I have is those crop top shirts. So I'm over here looking like a fatty with the crop top.
Well, you my tongue. I ain't saying nothing.
That's a good idea, David.
You know, it my tongue.
So what's new, guys? Anything?
Nope, not
No,
much.
just wait for my Nasar to come in. That's it.
I'm still trying to figure out how to cash my birth certificate. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea. We'll wind up behind bars doing stuff like that.
Yep,
I know,
you
right?
will. Yes, you will.
I was gonna be Patriot, but I'll be nice. I won't say nothing. I'll be nice.
No, go ahead and say it. Woot woot.
Nope, 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 nope.
Say it.
Nope, can't say it. I can't yet. Nope, 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 can't say it yet.
Come on, say it.
No, if you want real hardcore
We're
intel, you
waiting
got
for
to
more
tune into
evidence to
David's
be
show.
compiled.
Okay.
Whoop, whoop.
I will kindly
All I gotta
wait in the corner.
stand by, Kimmy. I'm gonna blow your phone up with some merchandise. Oh my goodness, merchandise for Kimmy.
You don't want to be a regular on this panel because you end up on a T-shirt.
Hell,
Or
I
a
better end up
coffee
on a
mug.
t-shirt.
Or a coffee mug or something like that.
No.
Hey, it's cool.
Dad, did you get that?
That
Joy.
would have never happened. I would have knew the true situation. Never would have happened.
Oh,
Dad, I sent you that. One of my friends has a subliminal printer.
Yeah, I saw that.
She wants $300 for it.
Well, fine. I'll look it up. See what it's worth.
What? What model
She paid
is it?
$400 for it, but she said she's
Hey,
barely used it. She paid
What
$400.
model is it? What model is it?
I'll look it up right quick, David.
so somebody said that we also have to have a Groundhog Day show. That's fine with me. I'll have to run it by Travis.
Why? Somebody you out a hole?
Yeah, I didn't say what it is.
No, it's because you know what, Groundhog Day, because it's the same old every day.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
The same one in the toilet. Just ain't been flushed.
Every
to get you a furry
single
suit.
day.
We had to get you a furry suit and something in a top hat to look under your under and grab one of your legs and say, woo, we're gonna have more, we got more winter.
No, thank you. That's a job for a physician, not a master of ceremonies.
No, that's what they do with the damn groundhog. So you better talk to him.
Oh, Douglas Moore says the executive producer's avatar is nice. See? There's some nice people in chat. Nice.
I see somebody's already been drinking.
Well, at least I get some respect from them, you know. Yes, it's a tough crowd up here.
Ooh, subliminal by suggestion. That'd be cool if it worked.
I was going to ask, what is a subliminal printer? I don't even know what that is.
It's sublimation printer.
It's a normal printer that you put special ink in and put pencil paper, and you can make designs that you can transfer shirts and heat press them, and then the shirt comes out and says, woo woo, look at me, I'm fancy.
I got you.
What he said.
What he said. I'm glad you got
idea.
to answer the question, Travis, before David horned in.
Yeah. You buy bottles of ink. You don't have to buy a cartridge. You just fill your tanks up with ink instead of a cartridge. You can get like 50 or 100 prints out of one set of bottles.
Gotcha. And then they use the paper and you create the transfers that way, whatever.
Yeah.
Probably download your images or whatever.
Gotcha. I think for about $1 a print we could do them.
Does that mean my hoodie is going to cost $95?
No.
Or less?
No, your hoodie will be like $35.
Oh.
But we're going to charge you $95 because it's ODN 16 hoodie.
Right. That's the OD 16 price. I get it.
Right. The Connecticut governor told us to.
Well, because you got to add in the tax, the Connecticut tax. You got to tack on at least
we had
like
a little
$50.
Connecticut stamp on the sleeve.
That's right. Right. Plus, you got to ship it across the blue curtain to get it over here.
Is that like going behind the
No.
Iron Curtain?
Yeah.
No,
You probably have to have
Your
a
little,
smuggler bring it
your
in
little
or
butt's got to
something.
roll from Connecticut down to West Virginia. To
Oh,
pick it.
that's gonna happen. I expect to be invited to some card games down there, and Travis and I think
Absolutely.
are gonna we're gonna hit some casinos and hang out. Maybe do some remote shows down there. It'd be fun.
Yeah.
I mean, that is again, that's all assuming that by the end of the week, if he hits like 1 million views or something, you think he's gonna take my calls? Please.
Well, sure. I
Please.
actually got an email from Google today. AdSense wants to put ads on. I don't know how to do about that.
We'll go over it all. We can go over it.
I'll actually
We can
forward
run it by
to you.
legal.
I might not even be reading it right. I don't know.
We'll run it by legal.
Run it by legal.
What might that be? Where are we going to get the legal from?
The executive producer.
Yeah, I thought we'd just go on Telegram and ask them their opinions. They're all legal experts on there.
There you go.
Just put it on Telegram. I'm sure someone will tell you what the
Damn.
hell's going on.
Gotta bite my tongue again. Damn.
Why not?
I was gonna say a certain other website, but I'll be all right. I'll be nice.
What other website? Oh.
Nope.
Wah, wah,
Nah,
wah.
biting my
Yeah, no.
tongue, biting my tongue, biding my time.
Yeah, let's next move along to the next topic, please.
So Arian, what are you doing?
I just checked my email and I got my DHS workers my plan to get paid back. I've already got everything done on it.
Cool.
Like everything, all my appointments and stuff are all scheduled and everything. So I had a family team meeting today. Still says I can't stay the night with the kids, which stupid.
Yeah. We'll work on some of that.
I'm giving them a month. But other than that, I'm just sitting here watching my direct TV in my bedroom.
Have you found you a job yet?
I have an interview next week.
Oh, good luck.
$18 an hour from home, part time. One of the girls does it too.
That's great.
Yeah. And I also applied at Ulta because I really love Ulta.
Oh, I love Ulta too. Oh gosh.
Yeah. I'm trying to get some discounts.
Oh yeah. I wish one of my girls would have gotten a job at Ulta. That would have been nice. I don't know what kind of discount they give, but
what is Ulta?
It's fun.
A certain time of the month, they throw out all the makeup and stuff in the back dumpsters, and I used to go raid through them.
Oh my god. They have we used to do we used to go Black Friday shopping all the time, and Ulta actually had the best deals, like of all the places to go. So we would get in line, we'd be like first in line, and my kids would have their wish lists, and that was the first place we'd go. Oh, I love that place.
Yeah, I do too. It's like going through a rich neighborhood after Christmas. You find a lot of stuff in that
Oh
dumpster.
yeah, doing that. Yeah, if you know, you probably know that if you know the schedule when they get rid of it all. Yeah, heck.
Yeah,
I mean,
I haven't figured out this one's schedule yet, but I'm gonna get it figured out.
Yeah, you know what? Urban Decay eyeshadow doesn't expire. Sorry,
No, it doesn't, and I'm sorry, the foundation doesn't always expire either.
Right, even though it has a date on it, that's yeah. Please.
Just blend until it works.
Blends that get that smoky eye going.
That's what I do.
We could have a makeup show. She knows what she's talking about.
We know Tennessee shaves his legs, put on the high heels and a short skirt in the truck lot. We know.
We don't run that kind of show.
That's my secret outfit. Tell anybody. Don't tell them what we do behind closed doors.
If you don't know what Urban Decay eyeshadow palettes are, you're not part of this conversation. I think there's only 2 people on this panel who know what that is. She knows.
You and me, bud. You and me.
That's right.
I guarantee you Tennessee Patriot knows.
Don't tell them what we do behind closed doors, David. That's our secret.
It ain't got nothing to do about underwear.
Okay.
No Fruit of the Loom type shit. None of that.
No, they don't sell that at Ulta. So somebody in the chat said David's been pretty good tonight. Yeah, you have.
Don't I talk about nothing all night then?
Well, there is no intel, so I mean, what's he gonna talk about? I don't know.
Bomber that can't open its Bombay doors yet. Whoop, whoop.
Howdy, Lazy Bob.
Like a B-52 that cannot open the Bombay doors yet until they're given the correct code.
Who are you waiting for a code from, Travis?
Nope.
I don't know. I wonder if maybe Travis. Maybe he's a spy or something.
You think?
He keeps saying he's got to wait. Yeah, David, because he says he's waiting for secret codes from who? Like who?
I don't know.
Hi, Mom.
I'm just a soccer mom. I ain't on no secret missions. I don't know what y'all are talking about.
I hear you.
I don't run no black hat operations. I just cook dinner and stuff. It's real exciting.
It's much deeper than that.
See the screen, Gary?
Babe, on a
What?
basis.
You see
Yeah,
the screen?
I seen it.
No shout out?
I did. I said, "Hey, Mom."
Oh, okay, I didn't hear it.
Thanks for the pants. I got them earlier, and they're super soft. I even shaved my legs before I put them on.
Oh man.
Wax on, wax off.
Listen, it was rough. It was rough. I don't think I've shaved my legs since before I went to my dad's, so.
Yeah, it's winter though.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, right, David. You're probably all shaved up.
Yeah.
You, baby.
What's going on?
We have a long trip tomorrow. Where are you going? Where are you going tomorrow, Arian?
I am going to Panhandle. My aunt passed.
Yeah, sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
She's been having some health issues for a while.
Don't tell me what to do, Mom. I'm 27. Fine. I'm going to go to bed soon.
Oh, jeez. What is he talking about?
What?
Damn, Tennessee, is Will talking to you?
Uh-oh. Who's Will?
I don't know. Will Justice saying, "Hey, bedroom eyes," is he got he's in the chat, so I don't know. I thought he was talking.
Oh, we know who he's talking about.
I haven't shaved yet, so or waxed or bleached my butthole yet. So
it always goes south. Always goes south.
It always goes south. You know what we should have known? As soon as it hits midnight, you know it's gonna go. It's gonna go bad. Yeah.
Dad, you got some Benjamins going on or what, bud?
I wonder
you got some Benjamins going on or what?
Now,
do we know who's Benjamins?
Yeah, one of the other places had a comment in somewhere that they called Joy bedroom voice.
Yeah, it was on a telegram, and it wasn't in a nice way. It was kind of like, yeah, well, you know what? I'm a little sick of hearing bedroom voice talking on that channel. Blah blah blah, whatever. I own it now. So,
Mom, I did say hi. Don't text me.
Travis, you're lucky. My kids would never come on a channel I was on. They would like delete.
Hey, you know what? Friday night's gonna be the drinking night. We'll get Shay on here. She will. If she get, I don't think she can get her
Dad,
phone.
can Shay smack my butt? She got soft hands. Come on, Shay, bring it.
We could do, yeah, we could do like a little comedy. We do a drinking game / family feud.
Family feud.
We could do a little family feud. You know,
Arian's got to use some of that Jergens lotion, baby. Get that meat claws a little tenderized or something. Good Lord.
What is he talking about?
Nobody ever knows. Nobody ever knows.
You're right. See, she gets it.
It's that time of night.
It's that time. It's that.
You gotta speak.
Oh, so he said, okay, the avatar is what the doors are for. Right. So I have to have like my picture on the door so everybody knows. Yeah, got it. I was a little slow. Thank you to the chat. I'm slow.
How do you get your number in a private chat here? I am trying to figure this damn thing out.
Do you know how to get into private chat?
I can't find it either.
On the bottom of the screen, under where you see your little microphone, all those icons. Go to the bottom. It says private chat. Just hit on the arrow and it'll pop up and you can type a message in there.
It should pop up. I'm gonna type that in there. Did it pop up?
What's the matter, Zoom? Are you laughing too hard, Zoom? Is Zoom laugh too hard? Oh, man.
Well, I hope you boys rest up for Friday because it's going to be wild.
No, I'll be ready.
Why might that be OD16?
I'll be ready with my thong on and ready to rock and roll, imitating JB. That's the primary show.
Well, what happened to Travis? Is he multitasking? Did he leave?
No,
Probably picking his nose.
No, I'm here.
Well, I think it's time for me to go night.
I'm going to bed too. Yeah. Not because my mom told me to, but because I just need to go to bed.
And not because my mom told me to either. I'm going to bed because I'm tired.
Bullshit.
Because I'm old and grouchy.
Tomorrow. You're only going to whip some Aryan ass tomorrow. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, boy.
Arian, I hope you come back on the panel soon.
I will. I'll try to get back on more now that I'm settled and stuff.
Good.
Awesome.
Good.
We'll pick some topics and go through some stuff.
Yeah.
All right. I love you, Dad. Good night.
Love you too, baby.
And nice to meet you.
You too. Bye, guys.
Good night.
Bye. My kids
All
are
right.
funny.
Well, I'm leaving the panel, so if you guys decide to misbehave, I will not know the difference.
No,
so,
I'm gonna start shutting her down. I've got to get some sleep tonight too.
Yeah. All right. Good night.
All right. Good night.
All right, I'm gonna get some rest too. Get ready for tomorrow night. Yeah.
All right, anybody volunteer to pray us out? Blip, blip, blip. I think my signal just died. Okay. Someone else will watch that.
It should be Marley. What?
Yeah. Oh, she put a link in the private or in the chat. I'll go check it out. It's somebody called the authorities about sex trafficking, and they jumped all over this lady.
Okay.
All right, where am I at here? I've got to get into the other chat before I can get it out of there. I've got to watch it. I got one more. All right, that's. Where'd it go?
It's gonna be 40 here tomorrow. I guess we're not drilling no hole tomorrow.
Oh no.
Dude, I can already tell you it's going to hold because it was 75 degrees and you could feel the temperature just going, it's supposed to be 40 tomorrow, 30-degree drop. I'm like, what?
Yeah. All right, I finally got it. Okay, I'll get through that one. It doesn't look like it's but about 8 minutes long, but that ought to be interesting.
I can't wait to see the proof of my hat. Woo woo!
Oh, it's one of okay. All right, Brenda. I've got it pulled up now. So, all right, Dave. I'm gonna get out of here. I'll give us a quick prayer out, and then we're out of here. Dear Lord, thank you for the chat. Thank you for these wonderful people, and lift up all out in the Panhandle that lost Becky. Just let them know that she's resting easy now, Lord. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. We'll see y'all on the next one.
Protect Travis. Woo. Later, Gator.
Good night.
Tomorrow's fine. Shaking the tables. Tonight, I'm eating my laces. You won't try. Fruits of my labor. I live possibly misbehaving. So we can taste nothing but flavor. Yeah, I enjoy it. Fruits of my labor. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 Try the wine, being still on my table. Time's mine, all the fruits of my